nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420. Ho, ho, ho.
What's up, peeps? What do we got here? 7 people? I wasn't expecting many people today. Grand Rising. How we doing? Let's see who we got. We give them a shout out. Natalie Rankler. Bane Bear. Rotman. Jenny. Jeremy. I want to know more. Well, it's gonna be fun. I don't know. I couldn't sleep, so I just felt like coming on and streaming. So how's everybody doing tonight? It's 4:20.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high?
Smoke.
There it goes.
Smoke.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm bored. I've been watching videos for like the past few hours. I've seen a lot of good ones from different people throughout the community, and I'm just gonna share what I think I should share. How about that? Let's get into it. You guys might have already seen some of these videos. I don't know. I don't have time to watch everybody's videos, so I'm gonna do it on here. I like watching videos. I don't like watching things alone. All right, this is the newest John Levy video that just came out 2 days ago. It seems pretty good.
I'm so happy with this research and the awakening that it's brought, but it's also a dead end. There will always be opposition. We in this community are the small percentage. I imagine most
What's up,
of us
hippie?
have gone against the grain most of our lives. Some people have entered this community only to attack it, and equally I feel sorry for them, now entering into an even smaller percentage. A small percentage within a small percentage. And using all the same terminology, they end up getting shadow banned too. If I was such a person, I would just make videos for the masses, telling them how wonderful mainstream history is. How wonderful man was with his horse and buggy, all the great things he could do. I would just pat man and history on the back all day long, if I sincerely believed it, like these people seem to. Most of these alternative histories
Yeah,
will
Bane, this is
be
the
put in a
newest
small
one.
box on this platform
This is the
and
newest one,
shared with
I
the
think.
small percentage.
Unless there's a newer
So
one.
here's a brewery. Today's video is not about breweries, but somebody shared this in the comments. Of course this is a brewery, and it makes perfect sense to look like a castle. How great our ancestors were with their horse and buggy. Look at what they could do. Sorry. Thanks for being here today. I'm not sure what I'm going to share with you all. I have a bunch of things open that I wanted to share with you. And to borrow from Adam the Woo, I hope you'll join me, shall you? Welcome. Wow, this video will be the video after I thought I recorded a 1-hour video. I'm sure we've all done this. Thank God it was only an hour. All my videos are
He thought.
1-hour videos.
Wait a minute. He thought he recorded a 1 hour. So he went on for a full hour thinking he recorded a whole video and it wasn't recording. That sucks.
I just edit them into 20 minutes to not waste your time. And I would hate to think that I was wasting anyone's time. This is just interesting. If you are interested in the interesting, then you're in the right place. If you have an open mind and enjoy wonderment and researching the past from a different perspective, again, you're in the right place. What a mess. I don't even know if I want to try to share the video the way I did before. And recently I will have talked about the simulation, Jason's work at Archaics, and I do believe we're in a simulation. And how would you know?
So it's pretty interesting, right? So right there, and it's at the timestamp 303, he says he believes we're in a simulation. So he believes in the simulation. He just said it.
If things were going well in the simulation, surely we have assistants on the outside. In religion, they would call this angels. Some are just watchers. But we've all experienced things in life where things work out, and sometimes they just don't. And
What's going on, hippie? I seen something go by about DM, but it went by quick. He's having a scan today. Is he still home? Is he in the hospital again? What's going on with Deanne? Is he gonna be all right? What's going on? I need to get my phone back on so I can see the messages.
I typically listen to this. If things are not working out, it's to say if you hit a dead end once, twice, 3 times, you might not be on the right course in your life as a community, and the stories you're telling are false and have led you to a broken present, which is the state that we find all nations to be in now. A
Oh no,
broken.
that sucks, man. He's back under again. Man, what up, Flatter Day Saints? Yeah, we're back at it again. Yeah, I just started this. You're not late. You're only about 20 minutes. We're about 20 minutes in. Not even. Maybe like 5 minutes. You're right on time, Flatter Day.
State. And why should the old world be in ruins? America is such a young country. Why should all the ruins
We'll say a prayer for DM, but we'll wait for more people to get here.
look like they're over 500 years old? This is Fort Livingston in Louisiana, all swamped out and in complete ruins, most of it buried. We're told this was built around the Civil War and then abandoned, not even completed. And it just comes down to the logistics. There's not roads out here, it's swampy. We're talking about a horse and buggy time period, and we need thousands of pallets of bricks out in this swampy island. And again, the logistics just don't add up. This was not built before and after the Civil War. There's no point to this fortification, not then and not now. Nor the Fort Jefferson, built with 15 million bricks at a minimum. That's just what we can see. And of course, it's no longer in use as a military facility. Pre-Civil War, come on. It doesn't take rocket science to understand this. This has nothing to do with early America. But anyway, let's bring it a little closer to home. Deadwood, South Dakota, 1876. 100 measly years before I was born. 100 years. Nothing. And here you go. Here is what they would love to portray. And after doing all this research, nothing could be a greater farce. This is a movie set. This is nothing more than a movie set. And
This is just a movie set, just kind of like those fake graveyards they got in Boston, those historic graveyards in Boston. That's just a movie set too.
these are actors, controllers, playing a part, writing a history. So that would be fine if any town in America actually looked like this, aside from the movies. But they don't. In fact, if we were to build today, using the means that they had back then, we could replicate something like this. Because really nothing has changed for 100 years. The mentality, in my opinion, is still the same. So here we see that same picture uncolorized, and now let's do what we do in this community. This is what I would call the history that they would like to portray. A population of no more than 1,000 people. And when we go snooping around this town, we're not going to see this primitive portrayal. No. First off, we have the Deadwood Hotel, the Haunted Bullock Hotel. So here we go. Stone, brick over here, super detail 1895. Once again, brick, stone, old and weathered, and zero wood. Zero wood. Here we can see windows going down another story and super detail. This ornamentation that is seen all throughout the realm as if the same builders were here. And here we can see they've put wooden trash cans along the sidewalk. This and the cheap wooden signs are perhaps the only new addition to this town. So did we really go from this to this?
Hippie. I seen the geopolymer video. I seen it. I know what you guys are talking about now. It's a cement mixture. So what? It doesn't debunk mountology though. But I know, yeah, I know what geopolymer is. I figured it out.
They love to push an image like this one. Here we go. Wooden, crappy building bunch of thugs, and yet when we look around, we see buildings like this. The whole town is packed with beautiful brick buildings. And let's go a little deeper. How about this? Soon after completion, the Carnegie Library, 1905, Deadwood, South Dakota. Are you kidding me? Again? From this to this? Let me show you this town in color, in present times. Here we go. Now tell me where those crappy Hollywood buildings are. Non existent. This has all been sitting here for much longer than this short cowboy history we're given. Again, these buildings go underground. How many times has this wall been rebuilt with different types of brick and just a complete disconnect with what they tell us versus what we see? This is a town that has 6 months of good weather, and I simply can't accept that this didn't already exist. And what did they do? Did they Photoshop wood facading on this main street while they were colorizing it? I don't know. And it's no different everywhere. Here we can see this Feldschlossen Brewery, a castle recently shared with me in that past brewery video. And we see complete underground structure here under these terraces. Openings, another opening here. And again, it has nothing to do with the height necessarily. So many different aspects. Why it looks like a castle is probably the biggest point. Why the city halls, insane asylums especially, and certainly breweries. Why must they look like castles? I mean, why must they be built of brick and stone? It's just a factory, essentially, if we're
So check it out. Now I just seen Latter Day Saints message that he left, right? So I noticed that like lately, it's getting to be politics time, and the politicians are getting nuts again. But tonight I was like well, chilling, and I met this lady. So they were like outside, like collecting. They were outside collecting signatures for something, and I was like, I'm not into politics, And she's like, no, we're not either. She's like, we hate them. And then we started talking, and then she was a really nice lady, and she has her own YouTube channel, and they're into politics though. But you know what? They're doing like protests and shit. I'm gonna put the link in. It's her channel is shadow banned. It's called We the People Massachusetts. It's a civil rights channel, and she needs some subs. And I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Everybody, just check it out. It's pretty good. You guys will like it. It's not bad. We the People Mass. Yeah, sub her. Tell her Boston Ray sent you. She seems all right.
And even back to the Civil
Wake her
War,
ass up too a little bit more. She's like, I was talking to her. She's like diet woke. She's like a little woke. Wake her ass up a little bit more. She's almost there. She's almost there.
We can see this Feldschlossen Brewery, a castle recently shared with me in that past brewery video. And we see complete underground structure.
I totally lost my spot.
Terraces, openings, another opening here. And again, it has nothing to do with the height necessarily. So many different aspects. Why it looks like a castle is probably the biggest point. Why the city halls, insane asylums especially, and certainly breweries. Why must they look like castles?
Why? Why must they look like
be
castles?
Built of brick and stone? It's just a factory.
It's just a fucking factory.
We're to believe them. And even back to the Civil War. Why must a fortification?
Yeah, why they keep
time period?
Why they keep fucking around with us with the Star Forts for?
In the water. Nobody's attacking via boat. The battle's on the mainland. The horse and cannon battle. And so here it is. Here's everything. How are you going to explain this? How does this make any sense? Any of it? And here soon I plan on taking a trip to Glenwood Springs, not too far from my house, maybe 4 hours away. An old bathhouse in a beautiful little town near a river at the foot of these gorgeous mountains. And this is a town again of about 1,000 people. And they
Yeah,
threw
I know.
this
I
baby up
understand. I
right
understand what you're
away.
saying, hippie.
It was said Theodore
But this is my
Roosevelt.
opinion on it, hippie. Okay. I still think the melted castles are melted castles. You know why? It's not, some of them may be geopolymer, but it's like, it's both. Because you know why? You know why I say it's both? Because geopolymer, all right, yeah, they made it stronger back then, but it still wouldn't last that long. It's not going to last as long as brick. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're lying about the age of the buildings, and the buildings are a lot newer, but I don't think, I don't know, man. It's interesting.
Visited this hotel. And let me show you this little hotel. Somewhere down here, we follow the river, and boom, having this giant pool. And it seems like this was something old world at one point. All these structures here are old world. Let me drop the man down here. And boom, there we go. Cream colored brick, stone, couple towers, just having all the features of an older time period. It was said that Doc Holliday spent time here, and really, I think those are just stories. And probably 15 years ago, I spent a lot of time hanging out along this river, and I remember old, massive blocks and just a lot of anomalies, trains leading to nowhere. And here's a little old picture of Glenwood Springs down by the river. And of course, I don't believe in Roman ruins anymore. We must simply search for mining ruins. But again, we could approach it from all angles. These Windsor ruins in Mississippi, we are told, are the remains of a plantation. So they have hidden all of these ruins that would help us piece together our history in all kinds of different narratives, scattering them around breweries, insane asylums, plantations, courthouses, Carnegie libraries, fortifications, especially the fortifications. And in my opinion, it's all built before the America we have come to believe historically as a new virgin country snatched up from the Native Americans. And it doesn't end. Every day I go deeper and deeper into the more obscure, and it's all there. It becomes really easy, in fact, to sift out fact from fiction. And what they call fact is nothing more than a movie, a big movie set.
It's nothing more than a big fucking movie. Boink, Dean HD. Woof, Mr. Super Sidewinder. DJ, what's up? Grand Rising. It's either Grand Rising for you or it's good night for me. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anymore. I've just smeared the lines of um what day it is and what time it is. It's just that I just, time is a man-made construct to keep us in control anyway. So I just basically did away with time. You know, there's no more time in my life. Okay, I'll show up to things with for the normies on time because like you know that's what they go by. They go by time. But like me, like, yeah, I barely ever keep track of time. I barely ever know what day it is anymore, what time it is, when anything's coming on. If I don't show up for your live streams, it's because I forgot.
Told with few pictures and many stories. And once again, I've been attacked and accused of not showing the construction of the Sunnyside Kilns in Utah, a site that I had visited. And here in this video, someone has said, aha, here is construction of the Sunnyside Kilns. John purposely left this out. And what you will notice is this is not the Sunnyside Kilns. This sight has a curvature, as we can see here. A sweeping curvature. And if you recall my video, there is no curvature at the kilns in Sunnyside, Utah. While accusing me, this channel is showing false information. It says here, Sunnyside, Utah, and yet this is not the coke ovens that I visited. Next, I'd like to do a little update on my past video where I visited the coke ovens out here in the middle of nowhere. We have Price, Utah here, and here are the coke ovens that I visited. And then
Wow.
not far away, I was telling you about all the pyramid-like structures that I was discovering. This, we are officially told, is a landfill, and now it's temporarily closed. Look at this town. Are you kidding me? A landfill the size of the town? Maybe 500 people, I don't know. And this
I was
place
just
is
thinking
just
I was just thinking we should call it coffee time. If I start doing shows at this time, it won't be late night live anymore because it's not going to be late night. It's not going to be early morning. It's coffee time. Coffee time with Ray. Let's do it. Make a new show
a big
between like
cover-up.
3 a.m. and
Everything
6.
being mined and removed. And I think a lot more can be discovered out here, just buried in the foothills. But what I wanted to show you was this pyramid that I was complaining about not being able to see from the road. It's like they had purposely blocked it or blocked its visibility.
shit.
When I drove by, I could tell it was a pyramid. Let me plop the
It
man
looks like a
down
pyramid.
here. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
it definitely
So
looks
here we
like one.
go, and here is the pyramid. It looks much better in the footage that I took. Look how they've just scraped everything clean here, just erasing. But anyway, let's go back to this pyramid. Here we go. And I'm glad I had a look at it from the Google map here, and we can clearly see that it's a pyramid and that they've just been digging into it. Even here, let's look on the Google Earth and see if it's any better. Here we go. And you can see
There's a
it
little Google
here.
Earth action for you
Now let's
people.
get a better
That,
angle.
all you Google Earth
And what
people that
are
love
they
watching
doing
Google
out
Earth, there you
here?
go.
Like I said, it had
I got it
clearly
all.
been completely worked, buried, driven over, raked, and it was clear as could be. And it seems even more clear here. This was one of the parts that I could see off of the road. And here we
I gotta please everybody. I have a geopolymer video coming up for you geopolymer people.
can see all kinds of what seem like Nazca lines. And it
Jesus.
seems like I was able to get a better angle. They're not letting me down low today. I'm always thinking about the simulation. I didn't call it the simulation before. I just called it God and the adversary, who I think is working in conjunction with God or the mastermind. And sometimes I try to share things as I did today, and everything goes wrong. I lost an hour screen recording, but I think it was meant to be. It was wiped from the simulation. I don't remember what I said, but it was wiped. And I accept if I'm on the right path, it will go smoothly. My life will go smoothly. Most things in my life have not gone smoothly, as if something was telling me I was on the wrong course. I spent 20 years of my life in the coffee shop business, building and running several different businesses, and every time it was absolute hell. It wasn't what I really wanted to do. My parents were in the restaurant business my whole life. They're split up now, but my father is still in the restaurant business. And a coffee shop was my version of the family business. I took all the parts that I liked and did what I knew. I think we all have this. We all know what our parents know. Sometimes we'll reluctantly follow that path, other times not. But when I followed that path, everything went wrong for me, and I struggled, just like they did. And if I was not aware, I would just continue to beat my head against the wall. But I've always honored my spirit, or the part of me that cries within, and I could never do something that I didn't like for too long. It wasn't until I started to create my own life, moving out to my land, leaving the city, in the way of life that I'd been brought up living. When I started to create my life from scratch, I received assistance. And I now believe that it's because that's what we're supposed to be doing as individuals, as a people. And that would be the point of
No,
a simulation.
I don't know what's
to
going
figure it
on,
out.
hippie. I emailed Martin. I was waiting for an email back. He might have emailed me back, but I didn't get nothing. But my email is kind of like slow. I don't know, but oh yeah, I went to the museum to get the footage, and they took down the fucking. I wanted to do a thing on Rome with him, and I went to the museum to get the footage, and the whole Rome exhibit was ripped down. It's kind of weird, and that whole thing just happened with the Vatican, that fake thing, whatever they were saying, it was fake, but I don't know.
And if we just keep doing the same things, thinking the same ways, we're not benefiting anything. And if we keep doing the same thing,
And then we looked for the exhibit online to see if there was still any pictures of it, and there was, and then it was taken down.
then I think the simulation will give us the same thing over and over and over until we do something different, get it right. And I've told you in a past video, I always felt like I was being watched, and like our lives and
Well,
our choices matter.
but I definitely have some other ideas that I could do. I could come up with some stuff for Martin, some good stuff.
Not just for ourselves, but for the greater good. And I believe this more than ever now, as everything collapses around us. Things that were handed to us, not our ideas, but rather ideas based on lies. I begin to see the importance and the role that we all play. We are supposed to figure this out, and we are supposed to make it better. And the problem is, for the last 150 years, we've allowed people to govern our direction. And now it seems like they've just dropped the ball. Yet some people still demand that other people fix things for them. When the truth is, it's up to each and every one of us to fix this place. And we begin with our lives. Well, I think that's it. I want to end with saying I don't know. I'll never tell you I know. And be wary of channels that tell you they know and sound like Darth Vader. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next week.
All right. Let me bang out of that. How many people do we got here? Whoa. Stop the screen share. What's this? Is that the right one? I don't like my sound tonight. Yeah, DJ. I like John too. I do. So, give me a second. I'll play another song. I'm just gonna play songs and videos, songs and videos, songs and videos, songs and videos. All right, you ready? So anyway, that was so I was checking these things out. The topic someone brought up to me, John Boy brought it up to me because I'm a dinosaurs don't exist type of guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe that the dinosaurs were real ever. Like nothing about them ever existed. Some people say they were big lizards. Some people say that they existed. Some people say that they were in the Bible. Some people say that they're dragons. Some people said that dinosaurs are dragons. What do you guys think about that? Dinosaur bones are really dragon bones. Let's vote on it. All right, let's check it out. So I was looking at all this for the past like week. It set me going nuts, and I've been just like looking at all this dragon dinosaur footage, right? And I basically I prayed to God, and I finally found something good about it. So This is a video, and it was just uploaded a few hours ago. So it's interesting that other people in the community are thinking about dragons and dinosaurs, and somehow it was put in my head, and now I'm looking into it, and now UAP did a video on it, Douglas, like a few hours ago, so we can watch it.
Even after all my experiences and everything, and even with like quote waking up to the reality, like even back then, I mean, I could tell some things were wrong and some stuff was bullshit. For a long time, I thought of people as cattle. Like the general public, I could tell back then. I could tell the general public was really no better than just cattle. When you're driving a car and you look out the window at a dairy farm and you see the cattle being milked, I didn't know milked for what by whom. I still
Yeah,
don't
Sean,
know
put
it, but I can
UAP's link in the
much
chat
better
for me,
sense of it
please.
now. Milked for energy by kind of entities or possessed people that are not like you and me. They're fundamentally different in ways. Maybe they were once like you and me, but if you are greedy and make bad choices, you could end up like them. To subsist, you have to feed off of the negative energies and results, the ramifications of fooling people. They're desperate to fool people about stuff. I did a video on my backup channel just recently about dinosaurs, and it's a good one. I swear, if you haven't gone to my backup channel with the black logo, it's YouTube, it's UAP channel, all one word. It's about dinosaurs, and I thought about publishing on this channel, my main channel, and I probably should have, but just to be safe, I published it on my backup channel, which is a little more wild and zany and just kind of free and fun and goofy. Even though I do publish sometimes I publish kind of goofy videos.
My backup channel is a little more crazy, wild, fun, zany, goofy too, Douglas. I think that's how it goes. That's why I'm on a 2-week ban on my backup.
Videos on this channel, my main channel. But the last one I did about dinosaurs, it shows you the truth about it. How it's nonsense that's just made up. It's basically fake. The scene from Jurassic Park kind of tells the tale. Millions and millions and millions of people watching it. How many of them, what percentage of them even get the joke of why Jeff Goldblum says, why is he laughing like that? Because the guy says, so he asks them, even though, forget the rest of the movie, just forget the rest of the movie, that scene, just take the scene by itself. So you two, you dig up dinosaurs.
So you two dig up dinosaurs?
Well,
Try to.
you'll have to get used to Dr. Malcolm.
And then the lady is she's into it, but she also kind of knows it's kind of bullshitty, and she's kind of laughs and she's like, yeah, well, because is the answer yes? No, the answer is not just a simple yes. It's, well, and then the creepy guy, whatever his name is, he's like with this hat and his stupid claw or tooth or whatever raptor bullshit that he's holding, says, well, try to. It's pretty much unintelligible. Like the captioning, even when I amplified it, the YouTube captioning didn't pick up. He said, okay, I'll say it plainly in English, the way people could hear it. Try to is what he said. Try to. They try to dig up dinosaurs. Well, if dinosaurs are real and they exist all over, and wouldn't it be easy if they lived for millions and millions of years? Wouldn't there be plenty of bones?
I really like dinosaurs. T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Triceratops.
Oh, really? So you two dig up dinosaurs?
Wow.
You know that feeling when you walk into a museum being in the same room as a dinosaur? It's just special. The actual bones of something that was alive roaming the earth millions of years ago.
Let me ask you something, Barack. Do you just spout these platitudes, or are you deluded enough to actually believe in them?
Some of the bones on display are replicas.
What, like even at like the Smithsonian?
Yeah, even at the Smithsonian.
I feel like I was lied to like my whole childhood.
Same. Totally the same.
Fossils are really the best evidence of evolutionary change.
Woe to those who would exploit them for profit and out of their greed or cheap entertainment.
I mean, we see in our everyday life small evolutionary changes. For instance, you see in a city, for instance, one kind of squirrel being replaced by another, or bacteria developing resistance to certain antibiotics that we take all too often. That's sort of microevolutionary events, or in really small scale. But like the really big scale of life is in fossils. Hi, I'm Hans Süß. I'm the chairman of the Department of Paleobiology here at the National Museum of Natural History. To give you a perspective, what is alive today, the millions of species that we have, are perhaps 1% at the most of everything that ever lived.
Bones are critical to the work paleontologists do. It's our main piece of evidence for past life. Working on fossil bones can be a real challenge. First, you have to find them.
Wow.
All the museums we spoke to say they let the visitors know which bones are real and which are replica. And some of the bones are indeed real. Sue, the amazing T-Rex at the Field Museum in Chicago, the bones on display are real except...
They told me the one at the Museum of Science in Boston is one of the most realist, most complete skeletons in the whole country or something like that.
For the heck, museums are keeping it real with us.
Oh, really?
Okay, but then
No, they're
why
not.
do they even bother with the replicas? Why don't they just hang the real
I think the
thing?
museums are lying too. They don't even
Most
know.
dinosaurs that we know, for instance, are only known in some cases from a single specimen. But the actual fossils are petrified, so they weigh like unbelievable amounts of pounds. In casts, you can make basically a shell. They don't even have to be filled in, or you can fill them in with another very light material.
No tours of the Department of Paleontology collections without prior authorization from staff.
And then you have the same skeleton, for instance, at the American Museum of Natural History, in the entrance Roosevelt Hall, there's this huge Barosaurus rising up on its hind legs. That skeleton, if you had the actual fossil,
Wow.
you would be looking at something and on this little spot, you know, way beyond any conceivable floor loading. There's a preference now for casts because you can do really lively things. You know, you can have a T-Rex standing on one leg and using the other leg to stomp on a Triceratops and so on, which you could have never done with the actual fossil bones.
Many people, when they come to a museum, don't necessarily realize. I personally don't think that's actually a big deal. At a glance, even an expert can be confused as to whether they're looking at the original or not.
Turns out there's a few countries in the world that actually specialize in these types of bones. It's called bone clones.
My name is Michelle Tabensky. I am the research anthropologist for Bone Clones. Bone Clones is a company that manufactures, so the people that use our services are going to be anybody who teaches. That'll be anthropologists, paleontologists, zoologists.
For a company
Yeah,
that
DJ.
seems so rooted in science, Dave went to Hollywood and worked with renowned special effects artist Gino Acevedo. The Smithsonian started using them, the Field Museum, American Museum of Natural History, museums all over the world.
You know, it's amazing how real.
The way that the process works is we first contact an institution, either a museum, a university. Once we create an agreement with them,
we have something that we call a tool to reel. I'm talking about it could take 8 or 10 hours to do that. In pouring and in tooling, painting, everything.
So you two dig up dinosaurs?
Wow.
It's important to remember how rare some of these fossils really.
By the way, I enjoyed Douglas's work. I enjoy Douglas. I've been a long time fan, long time sub of UAP.
Really are. That means nobody would be able to see Lucy in person.
True, and museum bones on display were real for a long time until there was this really exciting discovery.
And actually, the first one here was actually assembled in the United States. There was a British sculptor named Waterhouse Hawkins, and in New Jersey in the 1840s, the first people who researched it, they thought, wouldn't it be nice if we sort of made a model of this? So they got the sculptor to work with lizard skeletons to build basically an oversized lizard standing on its hind legs. Professor O.C. Marsh at Yale University, and he used paper mache because they didn't know how they could sort of make.
He
large
used
structures
paper
like
mache.
that. They tried first
You heard
plaster,
that?
but that wasn't very satisfactory. And paper mache was lightweight enough.
He used paper mache. Okay, that guy used paper mache.
You could sort of assemble it easily, and you could also move it around if you wanted. If some other museum wanted to do a temporary exposition, they could actually ship the material there, reassemble it, and you had a nice little display.
Okay, so that's everything they're going to let me tell you about dinosaurs.
Did they ask you when you guys were little kids if it was okay if they used paper mache and lied to you about dinosaur bones? Because I didn't consent to that. They didn't ask for my consent on that one. So they're paper mache and dinosaurs without our consent now? Big no.
I have a whole lot more.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lacey. I'm a professor of biological anthropology at California State University, Dominguez Hills.
Professor Lacey uses bone clones for her anthropology classes. You first told me that many of these bones in these museums weren't real. I didn't really believe you. I'm still a little shell-shocked by that.
And you can tell from all the scientists that we talk to that these replicas are really important to their field of study.
In any sort of capacity, but I could understand how people might feel a little bit betrayed to think that they've seen, a real Neanderthal in the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, when unfortunately they have not.
This idea of deep time, that the past is so alien to us that this is our only window into what was going on. There's something really majestic in that, I believe.
Because it's presented in such a wonderful way that it shows the animals as if they're alive, life.
The thing about museums is that there should always be about real things. So it doesn't have to be a real skeleton, and that's something that's unique about museums. When you look at all these things, these are things that are beyond the reach of most people.
Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops. Those were two of my favorite dinosaurs as a kid growing up. I've seen that display at Los Angeles County Museum, and it strikes me every time I go there. And I honestly have no idea if they are the original fossils or if they're replicas, and I don't care. Come out of the ground and it's sitting in a museum somewhere. So I don't care if the thing is real. Seeing that replica, I know that it's there. I know that it is real.
I guess it matters and it doesn't. I'm a sci-fi guy, so I believe in aliens and I believe they're going to visit us one day. At the same time, my sci-fi fantasy aside,
when we see
he believes in aliens.
Right? At least if we can't see the real thing, we know there are people now who will make replica aliens for us. They will look just like the real thing, just like we do with the human bones.
This guy believes in
bones,
aliens.
dinosaur bones. I just can't believe there are people making a buck off this or people receiving a paycheck for this.
So you dig up
They both look like they believe in rainbows too.
dinosaurs, huh? And he's like, who's this guy? Yeah, I do. And I'm like,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I kind of get the whole picture. What's going on with the two of them, and it sort of interests me strangely, I think.
So it's one of those things that they were invented in 1840. The video, if you just watch it, shows you the whole thing. I don't talk in the video much. I read a sign at one point for like 10 seconds. I edited the bullshit presentations up. Although the guys that did like the video about, hey, did you know that a lot of the dinosaur things that you see in museums are replicas? They present it in the mainstream narrative. They pay homage and are in, to the mainstream narrative that says the replicas are true to life, to the dinosaur, dinosaur bones that are very real that were found, whatever. But in their own way, especially the black guy, the black guy really is the one who investigated it. And I think he's a genuine kind of person in a way where I think he figured out that it's pretty much bullshit. I mean, I think a lot of people are waking up that there's a whole truckload.
The
of
black guy
things
was like,
that
the
you thought were
dinosaurs
real
is
that you were taught
bullshit,
when
but
you were
I
a kid
still
were
believe in
complete bullshit.
aliens.
They address that, but then, so he says without saying, you can't verify it yourself. And what I'm able to tell you is this, and there's more. He actually says, there's more I could tell you that I won't about dinosaurs. Suffice it to say, this is enough for now to blow up your worldview or blow your mind that almost everything that you see is a replica. And that officially the replicas are based on things that are real. But they show, this is the key part of the video, they show, finally they go into the basement and they show, not the replica, but they show supposedly the quote real, like a triceratops head they have down there. It's the skulls that really are key in all of this, because the rest of the body, it could be replaced with whale bones or elephant bones. You wouldn't know the difference. So it's the skulls that really matter and the really big bones. And they show that in the triceratops head that they show in that moment is talk about Humpty Dumpty. You know the story. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. He was so shattered to such tiny pieces that you couldn't tell what shape. Even though you knew he was an egg, they still couldn't put him back together in an egg shape because the pieces were just so fragmented. Well, imagine that you have that and you put it together in the shape of a triceratops quote skull. That's what is down there. And they have like this concrete or plaster of Paris type Bondo type thing holding all these pieces. I'd say the triceratops skull that they had down there, I think there was no piece bigger than a $50 coin. Like no piece was larger than that. You could put that together in any shape, just like that so-called Lucy skull. There's nothing to it. So the way that they intimate out of that, quote, dinosaur, which is so improbable for so many reasons. Now, I'm not saying that it would be impossible. That I think dragons, as weird as this sounds, are nothing like what they present. I think dragons, there are some tales, some legends, because I got into these myths and legends from old England and things that were from a source that was more verifiable than many others. And it was a treasure trove, and I need to dig it back into that again, because I've talked about like the dragons that flew around that resemble in these ancient tales. They resemble like modern airliners in many respects, and they're leaving like what resembles chemtrails, in modern day. But what the knights like Sir George were battling, they were harassing the city, causing people to be rebellious and discontented when the fog from the dragon's tails or the breath or the smoke or the fog, the poisonous gas the dragons released would make clouds, and it would come down on the city and cause people to be fighting each other, like the artist formerly known as Prince, now known as his sister or his bodyguard or whatever. That guy, he talked about it on some talk show once. The tales were like that. Well, there was a tale about dragons basically being people. So that, yeah, they were dragons, but they almost were never in the form of what is traditionally thought of as a dragon. In these myths and stories and legends and tales, dragons would take the shape and form of people and hold that for a long time. So long as to be able to present themselves as like somebody who comes to town from another kingdom or something that they don't really know about, and then they're going to marry the prince or the princess and get into control of the town, and then somebody finds out that no, that's not a real person, that's a dragon. There's some kind of magic spell that makes them seem like a human, and they've got everybody fooled. And they're under the control of this witch or warlock who lives outside of the castle or outside of the town. And they figure it out, and then they play heavy metal music and they kick their asses. Anyway, I thought that was very interesting. So they would break the spell and turn them back into the dragon, or they would banish them, or a knight would come along and figure it out and slay them. Basically, that type of thing. So I thought, when you know or when you figure out like if you've been lied to by the official authorities, and that not just some of the things are lies, not even just most of the things were lies, but everything was a lie to some extent. Literally, like I think everything that we've been taught officially, literally down to the last, almost everything is not a complete lie in every case, but I think everything has some kind of falsehood in it. That anything, like whatever's been presented to you, there's some falsehood in it. And if you think about it, the logic or the critical thinking, comparative analysis, the inner tuning fork, the different ways that you can examine it from your heart or compare it to your life experience, what you've seen, what you've known, what seems possible. Like many of you may be listening to this and thinking, this guy's absolutely bonkers to say that anybody would in reality ever not be just a person. But then you go around and you think about certain things that you've seen or some of the presentations that you see in the media, and you say, well, if anybody wasn't actually a person, I would think that this person isn't, or that person isn't like me, or like what I understand as being a person. There's that. I hope you enjoyed actually like comment, because I actually read the comments like the first couple of days after I publish a video. I pretty much read all the comments. Yeah, and email me. I for some reason I just haven't been getting as many emails. Now I did discontinue my PO box.
Cool. So hold on 1 second. All right, I'm gonna play another song. Getting something ready. Let me see what we got here. It's weird, yeah.
I've heard somebody else tell a story about it.
I got the chorus down. It's the Mandela effect. We're shifting again. It's the Mandela effect. Everything's different again. You know? So, yeah, ready? I started looking at the Mandela effect. It blew my mind. The shit wasn't correct. Trying to figure out just how it connects and what the fuck I was gonna do next. It's the Mandela effect. We're shifting again. The Monopoly man. Monocle is missing again. I think they even got to the Michelin man. In the Statue of Liberty, it keeps switching the hand.
Did you know your reality is being put to the test? The Panama Canal no longer runs east to west. Things you are sure happened never did in this reality. The crunchy cereal with the captain now has the apostrophe. I started noticing changes in like 2014. It was JFK, the six-seater that seemed so obscene. Many people will try and call me a loon, but hold up, wait, they even changed the spelling of Looney Tunes.
Okay. I used to eat a Chick-fil-A every day before they added the K.
So what's causing this? Many want to know. Well, I don't think it's CERN. It's just a magic show. Satanists doing rituals while scamming mad dough. Sounds familiar, like liars that always show us the globe. NASA, NIST, CERN, and more. We really need to show these corrupt agencies the door. I don't think this phenomenon is caused by man. I think it's a great awakening, and maybe God trying to contact us the best way he can. For me, Flat Earth, Mandela, and our dreams are all connected. Look at the pull some people in that I can intersect with.
The bridge!
Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. So I didn't screw you over. Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. Alright.
Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. Now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? We're the center. The sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with the rocket? I'm not hard to get along with. Just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a conversation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comments. You want it. Leave another useless comment in the morning. The earth is flat. Tell me what you gonna do about it. What you gonna do about it? We know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. Them globies munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat. Why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best. That's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. With a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. They got asteroids, and asteroids too. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. There's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat. There's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. How did the voice
Very good,
line
very
up?
good, bravo.
Did it line up with the beat? You know, and then I got this. I got Late Night Live. I don't know why. It's weird, yeah.
I've heard somebody else tell a story about it.
I got more people here than ever. So check this out. So, you know, there might be some people, not everybody here is a flat earther. Not everybody that watches my channel is a flat earther. There might be some people who are still on the fence thinking about it. Like the lady I talked to tonight. She's like, I'm starting to believe it. I'm like, it's flat. All right. So anyway, this is a good video. You need to pay attention to it. If it plays well. I'm not sure if it's going to play well, but I don't care what people think about me for playing this either. I don't care about what you say about me behind my back after you watch this later. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about all the shit you talk about me for playing this video behind my back when the show's over. It's fine. Talk all the shit you want behind my back while I'm sleeping.
There are several photographs and videos of the Louisiana Lake Pontchartrain Causeway and transmission lines showing what globe enthusiasts claim to be visual proof of the curvature of the Earth. In the footage, the bridge and transmission lines, when viewed from a certain angle and height, appear to curve downwards as they tend toward the horizon, and this apparent curvature is claimed to be proof of the globe. The first thing to notice when considering this footage is that the curvature is not at all uniform, as it must be on a globe. Instead, there is almost no apparent curvature in the foreground, and far too much curvature appearing in the background near the horizon. If you trace a circle completing the curve in these pictures, it is clear that they cannot be showing the curvature of a globe nearly 25,000 miles in circumference. The bridge itself is just under 24 miles long, and a circle traced over the radically curving section near the horizon would represent a tiny globe only a few hundred miles in circumference maximum. This shows that the alleged curvature is actually a visual phenomenon and not a physical one. In fact, by placing a series of identical blocks on a flat table and filming from a similar height and angle, the exact same seeming curvature effect can be achieved. Visually, it appears as if the blocks toward the back of the table are getting shorter, or that the table itself is curving downwards. But in reality, we know the table is perfectly flat, and the blocks are all equal height. Likewise with the Lake Pontchartrain transmission towers, visually it appears as if the towers in the background are getting shorter, or the lake itself is curving downwards. But in reality, we know the towers are all equal heights, and Lake Pontchartrain is perfectly flat. How do we know that Lake Pontchartrain is perfectly flat? Because water does not have the physical capability of showing convexity upon its surface. All water, when contained and undisturbed, forms a horizontal level across its surface and is incapable of maintaining any kind of curvature or height differentials. Whether in a beaker, bottle, or bathtub, a pool, lake, or an ocean, the natural physics of water remain the same. Globe apologists will claim the mythical force of gravity somehow causes lakes and oceans to bend in conformity with their fantastical ball Earth. But, conveniently, of course, only at a scale too large for them to recreate. In reality, no matter what the scale, all contained, undisturbed bodies of water are demonstrably flat, including the 24-mile expanse of Lake Pontchartrain. This becomes obvious when viewed at altitude, as the entire lake and causeway can be seen with a perfectly flat horizon above them. With the use of high-altitude balloons, it becomes even more obvious, as they reach heights of over 120,000 feet, capable of seeing for hundreds of miles in all directions. Ironically, when confronted with these flat horizons, globe Earth apologists use the exact opposite excuse, and no matter your altitude, always claim you simply aren't high enough to see the curvature. In other words, they claim at ground level the Lake Pontchartrain bridge and transmission towers are bending around the physical curvature of their globe just 24 miles away. But at high altitudes, where we can see for hundreds...
That's crazy. So they tell you when you're on the ground, you can see the curvature from the bridge. You know what I mean? You can see it. Look, the bridge, it's curving, right? But when you go up high and you're like, why don't I see the curve? They're like, oh, it's because you're not high enough. You're not high enough. They're so fucked up, and people believe it.
of miles in all directions, that is somehow not high or far enough to see the curve.
I like Eric Dubé. I don't know why everyone hates on him so
There
much.
are several photographs and videos of the Louisiana Lake Pontchartrain causeway and transmission lines showing what globe enthusiasts claim to be visual proof of
Oh, yeah, I like Eric Dubé. I like him a lot. I don't know why everybody hates on Eric Dubé so much. He's pretty good. You know? I don't know. I think he's good. Whatever. Difference of opinions. Oh, yeah, so Hippie Shake gave me a video. So let's check this out real quick. I've been looking at this geopolymer thing in and out. I've been kind of in and out of it. I'm not like in the geopolymer class or anything. But I mean, it is important to look at. And I've seen a few videos that were uploaded today about it. And I think there's one here. I think it might be the second one. If it's not the second one, it's the first one. If it's not the second one, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh. Ooh, Let's see. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Good, we got it. Right on the money. Ray's right on the money tonight. It's the computer that's slow. Who gives a fuck? You guys can deal with a slow computer for a few more months until eventually someone will donate enough money for me to get a computer.
Form.
All right, let's do
And
this.
again, the castle in the background is done in layers. See, the natural terrain around our lake is not done in.
Eventually, someone's going to say, you know what? I really love Ray's streams. I really think he does a great job. Mail me a fucking computer. Someone will. Eventually, you'll see. You see.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this tool. It's a browser extension that automatically...
We don't need ads in these things either.
As you can see.
All right. Someone should pay for my YouTube premium. No, I can get 3 months free. I need to sign up for the 3 months free. And then after that, we should get that bill taken care of too, so we don't have to watch ads on here.
These $50 radiation IntelliCards are
Whatever, it's free. What do you guys expect? You get a couple ads. I'm not monetized. I'm not monetized. These are not my ads. Announcement. These are not my ads. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Paul Cook. Geopolymer king of the earth. Nah. Let's see how we do this. Let's do this. Everyone that I ever ask about
Easy Tiger
geopolymer, like I'm always like, who should I look at for geopolymer? And they're like, Paul Cook. Everybody. And I'm like, what, he's leading the geopolymer pack or something? You know? But I guess he is. I guess he's the one who's figured this out. But it's a building material, so like anybody who is a construction worker probably knows what it is. That's what I was laughing about. Like when I was listening to them explain how it's like a cement mixture, they probably sell it at Home Depot. Like they probably use it every day in all the construction projects. If you like, I build foundations, I'm surprised I never heard of it.
Because I hope everyone
I probably did when I was younger and just forgot.
is fine and dandy. Welcome back to the Paul Cook Show Hidden History, where we explore topics where people don't want to go near. And we're uncovering stuff. First things first, I want to big up the Patreons. Thanks to you guys, I can get to go out to explore these sites. It pays for the supplies, petrols, and all that stuff. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do
Damn,
the channel.
he's got a
So
lot
big
of
up to you lot.
Patreons.
Thank you very much. Now, what we're going to be talking about is what people are calling melted red brick buildings, when they're basically...
I've got no Patreon. I've got Buy Me a Coffee, which I don't know. It hasn't seemed to do much for me yet. And I got my T-shirt shop, and I got my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. That's all. I'm not monetized. YouTube will not let me get to 1,000 subs. I'm surprised. Aren't you guys surprised that I'm not at 1,000 subs? Look at my sub count. Make sure you're sub to this channel. Make sure you're sub to Michelle L2. Make sure you're sub to Odyssey. Nightbot keeps spitting it out. Whatever the links that Nightbot spit out, you'll see.
The geopolymer structures. So we're going to have a look at all this business. There's so many sites, but I'm just going to pick 3. Right, so the first site we're going to be looking
important.
at is this one here.
Make sure you're sub to BitChute.
And what I'm going to do in the bottom right-hand corner is I'm just going to show you what... And to be honest, the bottom right-hand corner are specifically melted red bricks, okay? Because this is what people talk about, so let's be specific, all right? So melted red bricks, bottom right-hand corner. And in this big one here is going to be what people are calling a melted brick building, which clearly is just a geopolymer dissolved structure. And even here, you're looking through the window of a geopolymer structure now, looking at the castle, and it's just geopolymer. What are these people going on about melted red bricks for? You know, do you need? That's as far as they go. They don't even go further about looking at the material. They just look at something and go, "Oh, that's melted red brick." Do you know? One of them told me the other week that the cobbled stones in London were melted red bricks, like the basalt blocks. Can you believe that? And do you know what? They don't even know. They actually thought they were bricks, and that's how silly these people are. But it's actually basalt blocks. You know, but what can I say? Anyway, let's look at Beheston Castle anyway, and let's see what the narrative says about this, because
it's interesting though, because when I went to the Museum of Science, they had some bricks that kind of like what he's talking about, that looks like bath salts, like blocks, like, and I thought it was melted bricks, and the Museum of Science was saying that it was saltwater damage from erosion from the floodwaters that came in. And then I went back to try to get footage of it, and the whole thing was gone because they were like trying to debunk the mud flood, and it sucked, and I lost it. They took my channel down. I lost it.
This place literally tells you that all these buildings that we see and people are calling mountains or melted brick buildings are actually geopolymer structures. So let's have a look at Beheston Castle. So it says Beheston Castle is a historical castle located in the Marnishan County in Zanjan Province, Iran. So I'll skip all that stuff because I don't know about that. But it says the remains of the Beheston Castle have been registered in the Iran National Heritage List as number 1458.
Yeah, and like I got to hear both sides of the story, because like this has been an ongoing saga, as Hippie Shake knows. Yeah, good. She's still here. Good. Knows that this has been an ongoing saga on this channel. Is it a melted brick? Is it a friggin' like I don't even know how it started on my channel because I wasn't even looking into melted bricks at all. But somehow it just got into like a cobblestone, melted brick, volcano type of debate. And then it just it was like a meltdown. It was like a meltdown. My channel got melted and mud flooded. But yeah, so it is like I can't just like I got to look at both sides of the coin. I got to look at both sides of the story. We got to hear him out. I mean, I'm not against Paul Cook. I like him. He's a cool dude. I'm not against anybody. I'm not against any of these people. They all think I hate them. No, Paul Cook doesn't think I hate them, but you know who I'm talking about. There's certain ones in the community who think I hate them. They all just need to relax. Just pick up the phone. Just answer the phone. That's all they need to do. We all have cell phones for a reason. We all have phone numbers. Just answer the phone when people call, Pick up that 5,000-pound phone off that table and just say hello.
The exact date of the castle is still unclear. So that in various texts of the time construction has been attributed to the periods of the Medes, Archimedes and the Sassanids. Bessin Castle is one of 20 historical castles, so they're openly telling you that what you are calling these melted red brick or these mountains are actually castles, all right? So it also says the rulers of the period, according to the special conditions at the time, started to build this fort to defend themselves and the people against the enemies. The castle has several floors. The upper floors of the Being Castle were built for defense and lowers were for slums and food. So some of you are probably sitting there going, well, it looks just like a mountain. Well, it is. It's a mountain. It's man-made. It's been made of the mountain around it. So they've crumbled the material around. This is what geopolymer is. Geo, which is earth, and polymer is literally the molding of earth materials, right? So that's what it is. So this other site goes to say that they are basically these structures are lying on these rivers.
Okay, so you guys think that geopolymer bullshit that you see them molding, right, is this? Like it would hold up this long in the desert. Is that what you guys really believe that? Like you could tell it's old too. You could tell it's melted and it's old. It's not like this just happened. I don't think geopolymer would stand up if the whole entire structure was made out of geopolymer. Yeah, they use it for a facade on the outside of the building. They cover the bricks with it. They facade over the bricks with geopolymer. They didn't build the entire structure out of geopolymer throughout the whole structure, throughout the whole building. There's no fucking way. But maybe. I don't know. I didn't look into it enough, but that's what I'm thinking right now.
Which is the ones we're talking about, and they're about 100 meters distance from each other. They are located 2,500 meters higher than the sea level. Thousands of years of rain, lashes of wind, and cycles of warm and cold have eroded these.
That could be water erosion. That one might not be melted. Water could have came in there and caused that big valley. That could have been somewhere where it flooded. It might have melted first and then flooded. But I still don't think that was all completely geopolymer. Yeah, maybe it was geopolymer on the outside. I don't. All right, show me them. I want to see them making entire buildings out of geopolymer. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna after this. If it doesn't show it in this video, I'm gonna look it up myself.
Iranian man-made structures, it goes to say that after years of erosion, But this is how you know this is geopolymer, because if you look at other mountains, they haven't eroded, but this one has over time. But it does go to say that it's been called two other names by the locals. And it also goes to say that 500 the structures were dug into the mountains, including corridors and staircases that have been combined with vaults and shelves on different parts of the megalith. The remaining parts of the historical structure shows that it had more than one story. The staircase.
Now, I might sound stupid because this guy has done way more research on this stuff than me. So I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm not trying to debunk him or anything. I'm just telling you what I think. And if I agree with him, I'll let you know too.
The case was built in the form of a zigzag, and the rooms have been gradually added to the castle. In the upper section of the castle, there is a part that has a coat of plaster. It has a pool made from stone and sarouge, which is again another. It's like a waterproof. I'm coming. Don't worry about that for a minute. That is a certain kind of water-resistant mortar. The pool is 7 meters tall and 3 meters wide. It is fed by a kind of clay pipes called gang. So basically, there's a water system inside all this, right? Now, if this was not geopolymer, you would not be able to reroute pipes left and right, up and down. You could only do them in a straight line, because you could only drill that hole in a straight line and then put the pipe through it, right? So it has to be geopolymer.
Okay, yes, I agree, right? Where the pipes were, let me see if I can get that up. Right there, you see how, all right, he's saying the way that the pipes are, it has to be geopolymer. There's no way you could put that into stone or whatever he was saying, right? Okay, I see what he was saying. But maybe it was geopolymer on the outside where the pipes are, but like inside somewhere, it's got to be brick or some type of stone that's thicker and harder than geopolymer. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see some sort of strong geopolymer in real life. Like, I don't believe that, like when I go to those like Freemasonic mud flood sites, like those buildings are made out of geopolymer. Like maybe the outside on some of the newer ones that look newer and nicer.
So basically, there's a water system inside all this, right? Now, if this was not geopolymer, you would not be able to reroute pipes left and right, up and down. You could only do them in a straight line, because you could only drill that hole in a straight line and then put the pipe through it, right? So it has to be geopolymer.
Yeah, on the outside where the
So
pipe
there you
is.
go. So it seems like these have not been dug out.
The buildings are thick. The walls are thick. All right, if you look at a building, it's a lot thicker than you think. Like the outside wall, then there's a fucking. They have to put insulation in the walls and all kinds of shit.
These have been added. This is a geopolymer structure, and these have all been added to it. And it's made up of various local materials. But what they're saying is all the materials naturally found in this one mountain. Check this out. Have a listen to this. It goes to say that the mountain is made from marble, conglomerate, sandstone, clay, marl, mica, and schist. It's a geological formation that goes back to the Miocene and Pliocene periods. Someone please show me a mountain that consists of them materials. I think there's 5 materials there. Someone please show me a natural mountain that consists of them 5 materials, please. Like, as you,
I can't say anything about that because I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't know nothing about those 5 materials. I don't have a microscope. I don't live near any mountains. So with me, you're shit out of luck with that one. But, you know, maybe someone else will do it for you, and that'd be cool.
you can notice, you've got these little structures down here with the windows, and in the background you've got the castles. But then these two are the same colour, but then you look at the ground of the earth, or the actual natural mountain, it's just a slight tint lighter. So they've used the materials on the ground, and then they've made that into the geopolymer, and that's how you see the mountains or the castles in the background. And there's so many clues. I mean, just look at this bottom left-hand corner. Look how crude that mix is, and look at, you can see it's been squashed into some sort of form. And again, the castle in the background, it's done in.
I went over this. It looks like it was melted and flooded. It was melted, and then water came in and washed some of it away too, and cooled it off. Almost like a sand castle, you know? Like, you know when the sand comes in and just
washes it away a little bit, but then comes back right before it takes the whole thing when the tide's first coming in, and it like washes it away, and then it washes it away a little more and a little more. Well, it's like it got splashed with like something, heat, and then hot water, maybe.
In layers. See the natural terrain around.
I mean, it's not that I don't think that they're liars. I think that that's what they really believe. I don't think they're like really intentionally lying about it. I think that they just really believe that. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's lying. I don't think the Meltology people are lying. I think this is what Paul Cook believes. I think that's what they really believe. I don't think anybody's out to deceive anybody. I think everybody's just a little paranoid. That's all. I think everybody just needs to cool down, just relax, smoke a joint together, and just kind of like talk this thing out. And then when you guys figure it out, let me know. Like, you guys need to come to a conclusion. You guys are like the leaders of the pack. Like, you have thousands of subs. Beegs has thousands of subs. Jen has thousands of subs. Who else is involved in this thing? Karen B has thousands of subs. You guys are bigger than me. I have no idea what's going on. I think you guys should all have like a meeting, sit down together, smoke a joint, invite Ceiling Fan Man, and everybody should just chill and just relax and like talk about this, and like you guys show each other, like sit down at like a table somewhere, have like an official meeting, right? With like the paperwork, you know, like I got the official papers. All right, and you guys would be like, all right, and present your case to each other, like, this is why I think this, right? And then just like have like a real fucking conversation about it, and then come to a real conclusion and like write it down, and then everybody sign it, and then we'll all go by that. I'll go by that. I'll agree to it. If you guys all come to an agreement, I will agree to it. I will go by whatever you say after that.
Like, it's not done in layers. You can see it's just like a blob of like a mountain. But the castle we're looking at in the background, and it's brilliant that they're calling this a castle, because it goes to show that it proves that all the other structures like this that look like this that people call them mountains or melted red brick, they're actually castles. So don't forget, just in Iran, there's 20 castles like the Behestan Castle that look like mountains. Now, I want to specifically look at this technique used by these people, because you can see that the slab on top of this little pillow is a different material. It's the same material, but it's just slightly harder, slightly stronger. So you have this layer that goes on top and it protects what's underneath it. See, when these little blocks, like I don't know what you call them, floating something, but when they're not there, what's underneath it dissolves. So they're there to protect what's below it. But obviously where they're so old, it's just been weathered and knackered. But this would have been standing, I guess, for thousands of years. But where that platform is, stuff dissolves. Okay, so that floating stone, or that stone at the top that's always sitting there, same as Cappadocia. If you look at all the top 7, they're different. They're slightly stronger material. That's why they're a different color. So it's there to protect from a...
That's some good footage, right? Look at that. You can tell they are a slightly stronger material, so they must have been domes or metal, right? That's what I think. All right, to me, that looks like domes that melted or got cooked, and the rest got cooked or melted too. And I'm not even a meltologist, but that's what it looks like to me. But let's see. Let's see what he says.
Above, so anything that comes down, I guess rain from above. That's what I can guess. You can see it did its job to an extent, but where it's so old, what it was protecting has now eroded, but the protection is still there. So it is a pretty good bit of protection. But you can
add
Too
time.
many sites are littered with issues.
Oh, fuck.
Is yours?
Fuck you. Oh, hot job. I bust my balls with the hot job. Thank you.
But you can see the stone is missing here and on the right hand side, and it's dissolved. So they had a job, they had a purpose. It's not just to look pretty. But here you can see where it's literally been squashed into molds. Like, very interesting, this topic. Very, very interesting. I feel like this is the missing link. Like if they've admitted that these are castles or man-made structures, that means all the other mountains that look similar to this must actually be some sort of geopolymer structures, and they're just getting palmed off as mountains. But again, you can see where it's eroded from underneath that block on top of it. You can see how much is eroded underneath it. So it's been put there to protect. And here you can see here, look at this. If you actually study this picture, you can see some of them have still got it on, and the higher ones that have got it on still, and the ones that are lower have been dissolved. Brilliant. So God knows what's going on.
I just want to pause it for a minute on this part. This is a nice picture. You can tell, look, the earth is flat as far as you can see. There's no curve. It's always horizon rises to eye level. Yeah, there's topography, but there's no curve. Also, these look like faces to me. Like they were faces or statues, but like carved into something. But not carved. I don't know how they would do it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this whole entire thing. So this whole entire valley is geopolymer. Everything. So is that what I don't know if that's what he's trying to say, and I'm not trying to say that's what he's trying to say, but it's so confused. I'm so confused now, guys. They just keep fucking with my head. If you think about it, all right. So if this whole thing was geopolymer, that means the whole place is made out of geopolymer. The whole place is made out of geopolymer. The whole entire place right there, everything, the ground and everything up. Is that what this? I don't know.
Going on in this picture. God knows. But what can we say, eh? Very interesting stuff. And here again, you can see the whole ledge at the top is protecting it. But
I love his pictures that he found.
Dissolved underneath it. It's as simple as that. Now let's have a close up at these melted red bricks, shall we? It don't even look like red bricks as well. That's why I wanted to put the red bricks in the bottom in the corner just to show you what melted red bricks looks like. And if these were melted,
none of the pictures that he is showing right now look like the pictures that that Jen shows and says are melted red bricks, though. I haven't seen one picture that he showed that Jen has said like something like, Jen or someone. I'm just using her as an example, not to put her in this, but like when I watch her show on Meltology, when she shows something that said and she says it's a melted red brick, you can tell that it's a melted red brick. This is iffy. Like, yeah, there's holes in it, and you could tell it was melted, but was it red brick? I don't know. I don't see any brick marks in this one. Yeah, okay, whatever.
red bricks, what happened to all the mortar, the cement? What happened to all that? You know? Look at it. This is GOP. Look at it. You can see where it's been added on top of each other. You've got squish marks. You've got all sorts of marks going on.
Yeah, so where did he get these pictures? Did he get these pictures from the Meltologist, Hippie? Is that what's going on? Like he got these off of their channel? This is stuff that they're really saying is melted bricks. I could tell that this one doesn't look like melted brick to me. This picture doesn't. But it seems like this to me, Hippie. Okay? To me, looking from the outside in, because I'm not involved in either one of these researches. I'm not a meltologist. I'm not involved in the geopolymer clan. I'm just mud flood adventures, But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like I don't know. Like it seems like he's showing pictures of geopolymer. He is. But the ones they're showing are melted bricks. When you watch their channel, the stuff they show is melted bricks. So they're very selective. They're both very selective on the pictures they show. Like they all show. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like the melted brick people show you pictures of melted bricks, and this guy is showing you. Paul Cook is showing you pictures of geopolymer. You can tell that looks like geopolymer. Yeah, this one does. This one looks like geopolymer to me. This one.
On there. You've got full marks. I guess this sort of stuff was done not as a finishing product because you'd have put some sort of render over it or something. But look, you can see blocks have added. You can even see layers. Where
But it doesn't mean that it's geopolymer all the way through. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
it's been done in layers. And I will stress, everything around this, like the natural mountains around this, ain't done in layers. Look at this. Look at this. You can almost see stones and all sorts of stuff in that mix.
So what did they? What did they come with? Like a big piece of clay and just make this mountain with geopolymer and let it dry? Like, all right, we have a new mountain. We'll call it the slope. Yeah, nickname the slope. This is our new mountain that we just geopolymered it in. It'll dry in like 3 minutes.
But in the background, you can see again in layers. Look at this. It's just like they added blobs to it. That's what it seems like. But my point is, this geopolymer, it's local material. All right, it's local. It's going to be made from what's literally underneath you. And again, you can see like these little houses, little geopolymer houses that have been left. They're just a slightly different colour to the natural terrain around.
How do we know that's not a mud hut? That could have been a mud hut. It's still made out of the terrain underneath you. It would still be the same materials, maybe.
Because if it was all natural, the whole lot would be the same, wouldn't it? The whole lot around would be the same colour, but it ain't. So, and again, I'm just going to prove to you these little slabs on top were protecting. See, the one at the top's missing there, and guess what's happened? Boom, gone. See, it's there. You've still got part of a structure. This is meant to be a chimney, by the way, so God knows what was going on underneath. God knows. And it's very hard to do a video on all this stuff because everything looks the same. It's very hard. And again, look at the finish work on this. I don't know if this seems like it was modern, this little finish that was done. And again, just look at the slabs on top. They're protecting. And the ones that are missing, they've dissolved. Anyway, so that's what melted red brick looks like. Would you say that building was a...
I'm not saying that he's wrong, hippie. I'm just telling you what I think. But he might be right. You know? I don't know. I'm showing his work. He doesn't have a problem with it. I'm not trying to trying to debunk him. I'm just looking at it and I'm giving you my honest opinion. This is like a reaction video. I'm giving you my reaction as I'm watching it because this is the first time I made it this far. We're at 11 minutes and 22 seconds in, and this is the first time I made it this far in this video.
The melted red brick building? I wouldn't. Where's all the scorch marks? Where's the burn marks? Where's the ground around that's been scorched? You know, there's nothing. It's nothing.
Jesus. It's got to be one of these things. Skip it. We gotta get it.
A little something else. So I wanted to look at this mountain range, which is an island in Iran, and it's funny because it's in the province of Sistan, which is water Sistan. I don't know what's going on there, but there must be a connection somewhere because you've got a mountain in the middle of a lake, quite high up, and it's got faults on it. So God knows what's going on the faults. Maybe these faults were pumping water. Who knows? Let's have a look. It goes to say that the fire temple is on a terrace behind high walls and it's protected by 2 faults. And it also goes to say both names.
Yeah, but what are you saying? Like, who do you think is right? You think he's right, hippie? I mean, I know you go to all the streams, you pay close attention, you have more time than me. You know everybody's streams and everybody's having streams. You try to bring all the community together. You try to put people's streams and other people's streams and try to mix everybody up, and you pretty much do the same thing that I do, but you're just a very good mod. And you're the best mod, and everybody knows you're the best mod. But So what do you think? Do you think the meltologists are wrong? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I just want to know what you think. Put it in the chat.
The walls of the temple were once extravagantly decorated with murals, some of which are now on display in the museums in Berlin, New York, and India. But if you look, that is a proper geopolymer wall on the right-hand side, and then it's been rebuilt. So it also goes to say that Mount Quiet is also considered an important archaeological site on the southern promontory of the eastern.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say like anything bad about anybody. I just want to know what people think. You know, I don't cover a lot of meltology on here, but I might start. Maybe I'll start showing some of Jen stuff, maybe I'll show. All right, after this, I'll show Fructus research my research. I'll bring his channel up and we'll watch one of his videos.
Slope, the ruins of a citadel complex known as Sha'ar. People want to know why I'm speaking like that. That's how you pronounce these Arabic words. I lived in Malta for nearly 2 years, so I know the Arabic alphabet, even though I say it with a Essex accent. I can't help that. Let's have another go. So
Hippie, can you get me the link for Shampoo's channel and put it in the chat so I can get it up for the next video?
Shah. Sounding more like a pirate. But anyway, this is this complex in the background. And you can see it is a mass amount of geopolymer. I hope you guys can like spot the difference now between geopolymer and natural. Because it's hard to deter the difference between them when it's just materials. Because like I said, it's made out of the same materials. But you have to look at the techniques. You know, the formation, how it's been put into place. You look for squidge marks. You look for the consistency. You look for I look for the difference in the material, the crudeness. You know, there's loads of different things you can look for in it. But this site has just...
You know, Hippie, Shampoo is a funny guy. I went into his chat the other day and I was like, Shampoo, where's my wrench? And he was like, you don't need a wrench. He said, there's no reason for you to have a wrench.
just clearly been dissolved. It's like they've sprayed some sort of acidic rain down on this. I mean, look at this. Well, you think this is a natural? First of all, do you think this is natural? If not, do you think this is a melted red brick building? No. So then what is it? It's geopolymer. There you go. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Look at that. And then you can see on the left-hand side where they've rebuilt it.
I might be able to find it.
Blocks. But again, the original geopolymer. Slightly darker than the ground it's been built on. And the ground that it's been built on would be the same material they've made it out of. But again, just look at the arches. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Well, you think this is... When someone told me this was a melted brick building, I thought, Jesus Christ, you're taking this so far now. Like, it don't even look like it's been melted at all. As in, burnt melted, you know? Look at it. What a beautiful sight. I mean, I can't wait to... Listen, if you subscribe to me, I can get to these sites. I promise you, with the money I generate with 100,000 subscribers, I will go to these sites. And I will expose everything. I'll go there and show everything. Look at this. GOP to the max. Just seems like it's melted, like dissolved. And these cats are spraying all sorts in the air now. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Geopolymer to the max. But I guess this is why this sort of area is just getting smashed up hard. Like, you can't even go there. Go and book a holiday. Go and have a look at a holiday in Iran. They'll put you off it. They'll honestly put you off going on holiday. Look at this. They'll say there's terrorism in the streets. There's violence in the streets. You can't go. That's what they'll say. They'll put you off going there. And why is that? Because look at it. This is real history. This don't fit our narrative. Now, this is what I'm saying about pipes. Pipes in geopolymer.
I found it.
You can't run a pipe unless it's a straight pipe through a solid wall. It has to have been geopolymer put over the pipes. Do you get me? Again, in the background, geopolymer, you've got the red bricks and then you've got some geopolymer mix in the background. And again, See these 3 terminals here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah? If they were coming from behind, yeah? Do you get me? This all has to be geopolymer directly over it. So you lay the pipes, then put all the geopolymer over it. Or you lay a bed of geopolymer, then put the pipes on top, and then put the rest of it over it. That's how it's done.
Give me something good, dude.
There's no other explanation. If there is, tell me. I'd love to hear it, but there's no explanation. If that pipe was coming from the right-hand side from behind all this, say the pipes went back 20 metres backwards, right? And then the pipe turned left inside and then went backwards again. It has to be geopolymer. It has to be. There's no way you could get a tool that would drill a hole left, right, forward, up, down, all out. You wouldn't. Now, this was quite interesting. This was a photo, or a picture rather, and it was done in cement geopolymer. Look at it. You can see there's a head on there, but the colours have come out. So God knows how old it was. It looks like it was a man. Right, now this image is of me, and you can see these megalithic blocks that are hiding underneath a smeared amount of geopolymer. Now, I believe they put a smear over it to make it hide that these are massive megalithic blocks. Because even just, look at that. 1, 2 blocks. And then this stuff here on the top and the bottom of it has been smeared. It's a slightly different colour. And also the one on the top goes underneath, just above my shoulders and into the roof of that tunnel. But you can see just above my left hand here. So it's smeared from here all the way across over there. And it's covering up to show that these are megalithic blocks. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Because look at this crack. That's not a crack. That's where the 2 blocks met. And you can see that this geopolymer has been smeared over it, but it's just come off over time. And even in the tunnel, you can see, like, as it goes through, like, you can see that it's blocked. It's blocked. But a lot of it's been rendered over and just looks like one thing. Very interesting stuff. Let me know what you think about that. But like I said, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Get me to 100,000. And also, it's my birthday as well, so
he has more subs than I do.
You know?
Damn,
my whole life, it seems like.
All right. Let me come back. Wow, I've been streaming pretty good tonight. Things have been going pretty good. I got 16 people here. 5:03 in the morning. I'm gonna play some music. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a nice long break. This video, I'm not playing that this early in the morning. Fuck that. All right, this is cool. This one's cool.
No. Get the f out of here. You're fired. No. Get the better solution. You keep me on the payroll as an outside consultant. And in exchange for my salary, my job will be never to tell people these things that I know. I don't even have to come into the office. I can do this job from home.
Yo, if Earth's flat, why don't you fall off the edge? I heard that Mike Collins from Apollo is dead. My girl's fat girl, let's just crawl in the bed. Don't spit if you want, just swallow instead. Swallow instead. Can you hear me, Siri? Swallow instead. Hello, Siri. Is gravity a theory or a fact? Thought my tampons in the house where my period's at. Get my rap on when I'm pissed about the serious crap. Passing so fast through space, time bends in half. After blasting through warp speed, we get to plaid. Don't listen if you don't like when I spit these raps. Rhymes I write like lightning, I write so fast. I'm like Mike Tyson, you ain't got a fighting chance. Yo, I'm going back to basics, flat smack in the faces. You can't have gas pressure without adjacent to the vacuum of space, bitch, without a container. Like paying for a lawyer without a retainer. I ain't playing about to let a slug out of this chamber. When you see the red dot, yo, no doubt it's a laser. Helio flatty dude, shot up for later. Shot Helio up for later. Flatty dude, shot up for later. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth, The devil, he's so clever with words, but level, don't ever mean curved, it never means curved, and meta, from the metaverse, They're playing Call of Duty, help build my immunity up, insurance policy paying you, they usually bluff, I'm not saying they won't do it, but it's usually tough, the last few years I've seen some unusual stuff. But if I mention the shot, you say I'm off the beat. So now I'm beating off to the thoughts of shots in me. What a rotten little awful getting off scot-free. Son of a gun of a bitch I've come to be. Shaking up the game to break up the redundancy. And if it wasn't for work, they'd have no taxes. And if it wasn't for burnt, there'd be no ashes. And if it wasn't for birds, egg be no hatching. And if it wasn't for dirt, there'd be no traffic. And if it wasn't for hurts, there'd be no passion. And if it wasn't for learning, then why all the classes? If it wasn't for your purse, I'd have nothing to snatch. And if I don't come in first, then I'm coming in last. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth. The devil, he's so clever with words, but level don't ever mean curved, it never means curved, and pause from the man. All these atheists must hate my guts, cause I say to their face, space is fake and stuff. NASA astronauts, everything you say is suspect, cause I suspect you make it up. Not your average FE thespian beast, faster than faggots fasting at a lesbian feast. She that loves me the least will give me nothing to eat, but he that loves me the most will give me something to smoke. This ain't how much your mother loving murder she wrote. The spin of the earth should've made your vertebrae broke. Every word that I spoke you couldn't refute it. Water finds a true level, so you couldn't dilute it. You couldn't dilute it. It can't be refuted. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute it.
Who the f do you think you are, you crazy little shit?
Security? I am Jack's smirking revenge.
It must have been a new song I played. Jenny, what song did I play before that other song? We need that went away again and came back. Uh-oh. It wasn't that last song I played. I know that. They don't give me. I'll play it again. Watch. Just give me a second. But it must have been 99 Bottles. They don't want me to play 99 Bottles? Come on, why don't they want me to play 99 Bottles? Fuck it. I won't play 99 Bottles then. See you later. Take 99 Bottles. I'll wait and see what they say it is, but I played a lot of songs in a row. So I won't blame it on 99 Bottles yet. I won't hold it against 99 Bottles yet. These people were like, why do you want to play our music? And I'm like, because I love Slain. Why not? I'm a fan. Yo, what's going on anyways? No sound again now? Yeah, you think so too? Because that's an old Cypress Hill beat. That's why. We still got 12 people here at 5 a.m. So, let me think real quick. Yeah, I have something ready, I think. All right. So, this is what I want to do now. I want to play the Keck video.
In some cases, they refer to each other like very high-ranking people in this way. They threaten and scare people into remaining silent about their UFO encounters and
Jeffrey Epstein was CIA, yeah, they killed Bob Marley. They killed Freddie Hampton, Ahmaud Arbery. Styrofoam head inside a closed casket, gold coins where his eyes were left behind for the bull master. Nobody saw his tuxedo, a picture that puffing like a young tuxedo. Life is cheap, we compensate with expensive tastes. Celebrates at the end of days with extended blades. Hit with street sweepers, die swept away. Flying metal blades, definitely settled things. They hit Louis Duzio, they don't give a shit who he know. Bang, ran up in his crib and let the Uzi go. Yo, under my culture with yours, bing bang, ring your doorbell, shoot you through the door. Royalty and respect, loyalty and death. We took an oath amongst men till our dying breath. Making twerk 16 bars, hot chorus. Running your grip and pop smoke, clockwork orange. You know them haters though, pull out, make them Dracos blow. Make the place where your face was into a cave and whoa. When the lights go dim, fire start to flicker. Last bullet in my gun, last shot of liquor. Last bullet in my gun, last shot of liquor. Last bullet in my gun, last shot of liquor. When the lights go dim, fire start to flicker. Last bullet in my gun, last shot of liquor. Last bullet in my gun, last shot of liquor.
Okay, so you guys probably weren't around for this. Some of you OGs probably were around for this. But back in the early days when we first started this whole late night live thing out, right around late night live number 9. What are we at right now? 100 something? Well, late night live number 9, Jen and Shapu came on. And they were very nice. And Jen actually, it was like an emergency. I had no show. I wanted to jumpstart my channel, and it just seemed like, I don't know why. It just seemed like it was an emergency at the time. And I was like, Jen, it's an emergency. I need you to come on. And she was like, okay. And she came on within like a half hour. She didn't ask me for any money. She just came on for free. Not like these other assholes. There's some assholes I asked to come on my show, and they didn't really ask me for money, but like other people did. You know, it was weird. It's just weird. It's just like other people said like they're charging for so that people on there go on shows. There's certain people you have to pay them to come on your show. If there's no money involved, they don't want to deal with it no more. You know what I mean? So, but not Jen. Not Jen. She fucking came right on my show a half hour later. And you know what? I'm going to share it because you know why? You guys probably never seen it. It's been sitting in the archives. And Shapu and Jen, they presented their case that day. And they explained the difference between Meltology and Mudfoot. That's what they did. That's what they did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Bill Miller was there too. You want to see? Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's see how well this shares.
Doctors and shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who does
yeah.
It, but
Hold on. Let's try to get to the part where Jen's at. I don't know what me and Bill were talking about. Jen came on with Shapu.
Pictures of the basement. We'll Google Earth it.
Yep, they're
see
there.
if we can see the pavement light and all the different.
So we went over some mud flood stuff because I thought I think they kind of knew that I was just starting to figure out.
It's easy, Jen.
Right.
It's really easy.
I don't know if my computer's good.
Hold on. This is what happened. I think Jen knew that I thought that the Meltology was mud flood. I think Jen knows. You know, Jen's really smart. She studies everything. She's super smart. So she knew that that's what I thought. And she said, I'm going to go on a show and teach them the difference between Meltology and Mudfoot. And that's exactly what she did. And it's a long-ass show, but I'm going to show some of it. I'm going to show as much of it as I can because it's a good one. And just in case, things disappear. And you guys will like it. All right, let's start it up. This is probably a good place to start it off. So Jen came on the show. And oh, wait, I'll just get to the Meltology stuff. We went over my mud flood stuff. Hold on. Where's her stuff? When she went over her stuff, that's what I need to show. I don't need to show you the whole fucking thing. I should have been more prepared for this. Hold on 1 second. Let me play one more song. I don't want to leave you guys sitting there. I want to find the right part. Hold on 1 second, okay? I want to find the part when Jen goes over the meltology stuff with Shapu and me and Bill Miller, and it was awesome. Oh, yeah. This? No, I won't put that one. We'll do that.
There's a lot of opinions.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Big Shug and all them over at Ill Mannered Photography, and it's called Ill Mannered. That's where that video was from last night, the interview. Big Shug, he's from Gangstar. He's like a Boston, around here in Boston. You see what's behind me, Boston. He's a legend. He contacted me. He's awesome. He's so down to earth. I could tell he's just a regular dude. He's just like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like a normal person. I was just talking to him like I've known him for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Because he's from Mattapan, he's from Murderpan, and I'm from High Park, and they touch each other over on Truman. You get on Truman Parkway, and they're like, you know, it's like right there. It's the line. You know what I'm saying? The Murderpan. That's where I'm from. I'm from the Murderpan High Park line. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he knows what's up. So he was like, yeah, he was like, I guess it's all right if you play our music. At first they were like, huh? And they were like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I think I'm all right. I think I got through. I don't think they mind. But I'm not going to go nuts or anything. I'll try to take it easy, but I do love their videos. And they do seem like very cool people. But I'll try to take it easy. I'll try to take it slow. Shout out to Slane. That interview was good. I hope he'd come on maybe when my show gets like a little bit bigger and I get a better computer and I get my shit together a little bit more and it looks a little bit better. You know, I've been working my way up, you know. Been working my way ground up. Like, I started out with nothing. I was homeless for 6 years. Well, I started out with everything and then I had nothing. You know what I mean? And then I had to humble myself and I woke up. And now I'm slowly building. I destroyed the technology, and it was a painful process to build it back again. So, what was I going to show you guys? Oh, yeah. The Truth Seeker episode. Let me put on a regular picture so we don't screw it up. Actually, this is going to be a big file, so let me stop my camera for a minute. I'm still here, though. I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still live. I'm not taking off on you. You're going to see what I'm trying to show you guys some good meltology stuff. And, of course, we've had the best hair already on our show. This was in the beginning.
Messenger, yeah.
In the private chat.
Shapu. Shapu Shuki.
Let me write it down.
Yep. SHEPU.
Yep.
SHU. Yeah, but
like a Tower of
the other video.
Hold on, let me go back to that. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me back up a little bit. I don't want to cut them off. I just want to find the right spot. I want to get it right in the right spot, but I don't want to make it glitch out either.
These little indentations here as well. That's a telltale sign of a melted brick wall.
Here we go. This is perfect. All right. Right. We'll stop right here. Maybe.
Did I tell you that that I was on Austin stream one time, Shapu, and I was researching your research.
Yes,
Like,
last time.
I didn't know at first.
This will work.
The whole time we were researching it, he was showing me it, and at the end he was like, "This."
We're
is
having a
Shapu.
mud
And I was
flood
like,
no
researching
meltology
Shapu's
debate
research?
tonight.
And he was like, "Yes."
We're having a
And I was
debate
like,
tonight.
"Wow, I've actually found myself researching his
You
research."
got me going,
You know what I
hippie.
mean? It was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good stuff too. Because now, the way that the ocean, the rivers are formed and everything with the electricity, that's what he was doing. That's what he was showing.
Hippie,
Where's
hippie, you put a fire under my ass.
Electrostatics. It's called electrostatics, right?
Yeah.
Where's the best place to see that?
It was on,
Up your ass and to the left.
I sent him the link.
What are you talking about? What are you asking for, Bill?
I just want to see some of Shapu's work, some of his
Shapu's
research.
work. Oh,
yeah.
Where's his? Put his channel. You
Yeah.
got his channel?
What's her channel?
Yeah. What is it?
It's called Fruit Kiss.
Fruitkiss.
FRUTKIS.
Sorry about that. FRUIT.
No I.
Okay.
FRUTKIS.
Yep. Okay. Research my research.
Stuff on his
Yeah,
channel.
There it is.
Got
There
it.
it is. You got
Thank
it.
you so much. I got it.
But
Everybody
now,
does.
I'm on
Everybody
strike
loves it.
now, so there won't be anything new for a week.
Watch.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you so much. I'm looking at it now.
So real quick.
Yeah.
If you notice when Jen, all right, so Jen had a half hour to prepare for this, like for maybe 45 minutes tops. She came in guns blazing with Shapu, and watch how professional she is on my show. My show is a mess, and watch how she takes care of business. She is so good. Jen, watch. You'll see. Even Jen will see herself. She took care of. She came on and was like, just boss, just the boss. Watch.
I look at your stuff. Pretty nice videos.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
He does
Sometimes I wonder, I'm making these videos. I'm just wondering, is anybody watching them?
Well, now you're gonna be live streaming soon, right?
Yeah.
You're working.
Jen came on and was like, "Boom, baby."
Working on that, and you live stream with me all the time, so you can actually talk to people and find out. Now you're talking.
That's
to
true.
People. He just told you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's better.
It is great.
It's better than just making videos and like sitting behind the scenes.
I mean, I've noticed that I'm gonna have to find a balance between creating films, and doing live streams, because I do them at the same place right here, but they're two different energies.
Honestly, I haven't created anything. I'm working on a new song with Christian Knapp called Diaper Face.
Yes, that's gonna be awesome.
It's really,
I got my stream taken down.
We're really working hard on it. And we got
that's what I wrapped it.
Polly Candle sings in it, and it's really good. It's really gonna be good.
So Christian gonna do the music, and you're gonna sing.
No, I rap.
I did. Yeah. I made the song by myself.
Oh,
we're gonna
the music and sing.
Yeah, they got my stream taken down.
It looks like your channel's getting linked in the chat too, so that's good. And I think Jed's is too. Looks good.
Right now.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
You guys, we gotta, everybody helps each other. Everybody's on each other's streams. We're all family.
Yes, I agree.
I don't
help each other out.
I don't judge. I'm not too fancy over here.
I was running the show from an iPad.
Your background's awesome.
I was running.
All right,
I'm gonna share screen real quick.
Okay.
I couldn't find my little video. I guess it got taken down with my last channel, and I wasn't able to save it, so I'll have to remake it. But I'm pretty pissed off about that right now.
Did you find the one?
I lost so much. No, it was like a 10-second video maybe of the statue heads compared to the statue head that I found in Vesuvius. Do you remember that, Shapu? It wasn't even, I think I kept it unlisted. Maybe that's why I lost it.
I probably have it somewhere.
All right, can you see this, guys?
Yes.
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 Okay, so I just typed in here Vesuvius mineral layers, as you can see. This is what my search was the night that I found this. I was going through the mineral layers. Well, they call them mineral layers. This is what geologists are here for, to tell us that these things are mineral layers, okay, in a volcano. Now, if you look at this picture right here, this is only the second picture in. I was just on the first one. But that right there is a melted brick wall. Let me just zoom in on this over here. I know it's Almain,
All
it's
right.
not the greatest
Boom,
quality and
baby.
stuff, but that right there is a muffed
That's
up
a
melted brick
melted
wall. You
brick
can see the brick
wall.
lines and everything.
That's not geopolymer. Come on. You're going to tell me that's geopolymer? It's not the same. What they're showing and what she's showing is not the same, is what I'm trying to say. Can you guys see it? Do you guys agree with me? She's showing you a melted brick wall, and they're showing you geopolymer. But what they're showing you doesn't debunk this. This is still a melted brick wall, right? This isn't geopolymer. What do you think? All right. Yeah, I'm just wondering because, so like, maybe, some of the geopolymer bullshit is to get you to look away from the meltology shit. Or maybe the meltology is the other way around to get you to look away. I'm not sure. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at all possibilities, and I'm showing you what people are talking about here. The difference between mud flood, meltology, and geopolymer. I'm showing you on Boston Ray Mud Flood Adventures. I'm teaching you. The difference between the three. It's three different studies that are going on right now. They're similar. People mix them up. People think that the mud flood and the meltology is the same thing. People think that the geopolymer and the mud flood and the meltology is the same thing. It's not. It's three separate things now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving along.
Actually, I was talking the other day on my channel about these indentations. The bricks do this indentation thing where sometimes they get sucked in out of their rectangular spot, and you'll see
Yeah, there's
these little
definitely
indentations
geopolymer.
here as well. That's a telltale sign of a melted brick wall. So as I was looking at that one, when I originally looked it up, this was the first picture, and this one, which is now the first picture, was the second picture in. Only the second picture in. Now I'm looking at this with a magnifying glass, right, on my computer. Now, I'm sorry there's Almay all over this thing, but I'm looking at these mineral layers, and I'm like, this is fucking brick. This is melted brick. I could see it. So I'm looking to see if I see anything else, any odd anomalies and stuff, and I'm going through, and I have my magnifying glass on it. And
Like
right
D?
there, right here next to the Almay, right here is a statue head that looks like the rest of it here all melted away. And this looks like part of a bent leg right here. It's anomalous to the rest of the stuff all around it. It looks like it's a buried side view of a statue head. You can see the nose right here, the mouth, some kind of a headdress. You can see it's etched, it's pushed into the wall because there's a space between it and the stuff around it. It also looks like it may have had gold on it because there's gold right here. And a lot of these statues were covered with gold. It looks like it melted down and got mangled. This may be some sort of a leg or a knee bent over here. If you look over here, over next to this A right here, it looks like the back end or tail of a bull maybe right through here.
Perfect. We'll stop right here for a second. So I just want to defend Jen real quick. Okay. So in her defense, so right now she's showing you a melted brick, right? So people are saying, like, the people that are against Jen are saying, like, she's lying, or she's trying to deceive people, or she's a shill. And all, that's the type of comments I get when people fucking try to troll her. So I know what people say. And it's not true. She came on my show for free. She fucking showed up in a half hour. And this is really a melted brick building that she's showing you. She's not trying to deceive anybody. So the people that say that shit about her are wrong. Now, I don't watch anybody else in the Meltology community, really, except for Shapu or like people she might have on the show. But I stick pretty much with her. So I don't know what other kind of shenanigans is going on with other Meltology channels, because I've heard the Mudflood people debunking other Meltology people. They took Bill Miller's thing way out of context, and they said that mountains are fountains. Bill Miller never said mountains are fountains. What Bill Miller said was actually pretty smart. Let me move along.
With the tail kind of sticking out this way or something. But I'm just saying, right here is the statue head, and I've compared it to other statue heads. I did a presentation, like a little mini presentation where they were side by side, different other statues and stuff with headdresses on and everything. So you can see that clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a face there. You can see the neck comes down here. The body's all mangled. It's kind of smooth right here still. It looks like something's bending over, maybe an arm or a leg. I'm not sure. But you can see if I back out how anomalous it is to the rest of the area around it. It's just brick lines, brick lines, brick lines, brick
That's
lines.
amazing. So you really found a statue head in the side
In
of a mountain.
Vesuvius, right there,
Oh,
embedded.
volcano.
Now, could you imagine if they didn't bomb this thing in
found it.
1944, what other stuff people were already seeing up here and everything?
Right.
Because people were always coming up here to look inside to see something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you discovered this thing?
I did. I discovered this thing. Yes.
You should go down in history for this, Jen. You should get way more recognition for this than you do. You know what I mean?
Well,
Look at this.
I have gotten a lot of well, this is why I'm on this panel. Even they invited me on because of this Vesuvius stuff, and I've heard a lot of people talking about it. It doesn't have an exorbitant amount of views. It was originally on the channel that got taken down back in December 2020. But yeah. So here's another look at Vesuvius here. You can see that there's corridors, walkways, and stuff all through it. Now this is a grainy picture. Let me see if I can get it to straighten out here. Here we go.
Have you shared it with Spartan Red yet?
Oh yeah, they know all about it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say the magnifying glass reminds me of Dean on the Spartan
Fervent
Eagle.
Heat. Yeah, I've had him on my show a few times.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And so here you can see what looks like a walkway that may have went around the circumference of this massive wall. This was a tower, guys, and it's melted down, and it was all made of brick. And brick is it's a component on the grid system. This is why it was made of brick. Now people can't wrap their head around the fact that it was all brick, but it was. And when you see these lines, these white running parallel lines, that's a telltale sign of a brick wall, brick building. Yeah. Let me see here. I know these pictures are horrible. Let me go to Yandex.
So when we do see smoke coming out of, an active one, what do you think that is?
Well, I think that they may be using some type of weapon to activate these things or heat them up. If you drop a few bombs in there, it'll make it look like it's going off. But if you want something to be consistent, they could be using directed energy weapons to continue on with the facade of thermodynamics and the way that they explain it to us and stuff like that. And if you think, well, that's kind of a stretch, Jen, you think there's really people sitting somewhere in a control room aiming directed energy weapons at these volcanoes to make us think that they're real? Well, look at what they've done to California. They want you to think forest fires and wildfires are real while they're burning out houses while the tree next to it's standing perfectly. They'll even spend money all day long shooting up a rocket into air and filming it on live TV.
Real quick, I want to say something while I'm thinking of it too. So at this point, I didn't know what I was doing. I was running the stream from an iPad, and Jen came on, and she shared her latest research with me for free. Like, it wasn't like she came on and started talking about old shit. This was like the latest, newest, fucking cutting edge. This is what got her on in Martin's channel. This research that she's sharing with me right now on my show is like what got her on the that big festival. So like she you know that big mud flood thing where they had all the people's speakers come in and stuff over in England or wherever you guys are, the UK. Shout out to Martin. But yeah, so you know, so like she came on my show and did this before she even did that. So she wasn't like, you know, she came on like she didn't hold back. She didn't say, "Hey, you need to like buy my app to fucking get me to come on your show." She shared like her latest shit. She doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
TV to convince you that space is real. So I think it's not that much of a stretch to say that these people could be popping off these volcanoes, things calling them volcanoes when they're not. But I could be wrong too.
I feel strongly the same way that it's truly possible.
And we know that there's materials that can burn for a long time.
Right.
Like I mentioned, I don't know if you all know about the coal mine in Pennsylvania that's been burning for like 50 or 60 years.
You know,
is that like a chemical reaction, or like they just?
I love you, Jen, and I love you so much. And the reason why I love Jen so much is because she loves her research so much, and she's so like smart about her research. She's so into it. She's like, she really researches so much, and I don't know, she's always she's so tough too. She's always, you know, here we go.
Maybe they did that on purpose years ago.
Yeah, they say that the fire caught in the mine. That's weird.
Okay.
So the coal caught fire, but it's still burning today.
Gotcha.
50 years ago. So maybe what's in these melted buildings, it was like
Look at how red this is, guys. That's red brick melted.
So red, yeah.
Yeah. That's like Grand Canyon red.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's sitting in this outer caldera. And John Levy and I am speculating, I think we're right, that this was a tower that was way up high and has collapsed down on the inner side circle of itself. That's why you have this outer rim.
Okay. Yeah.
So this crown top here would have been up much higher. It's collapsed down.
Can I just say,
kind of like,
can I just point one thing out? There's no way this was made out of geopolymer. Do you guys think this whole entire thing was made out of geopolymer? The entire thing? Because I'm not talking about Paul Cook. Look, we stopped at 133.19. Look, anyway, I'm not talking about Paul Cook, but there's other people in that community that have been telling me meltology, geopolymer debunks meltology. So this whole thing would be geopolymer then? Because that looks melted.
Like World Trade Center. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. You can almost see the bricks right there.
Yeah, but in the other video,
hold on, let me go back to that. I'm sorry.
The other video that you made, Jen, you found that there were buildings all around this thing, and they even built the trolley.
Like right where the shadow line is between the sun and the light, right in the middle. I mean, you just almost see the lines.
Yeah.
You know why people don't like me, hippie? Because I always tell the truth, and I can see too well. But I learned it from Jen. Jen taught me.
Yeah, you can see them. You can see them. I'm going to bring up this other site, the one that Shapru's talking about. So I made a video about what kind of buildings would have been up here on this supposed volcano that they were trying to get rid of. It
would be so great to get Jen on my show again. Hey, hippie. Next time I sent her an email, but I haven't checked my email. They might have emailed me back. I should check my emails right now while we're still live. But I emailed Jen. I emailed a whole bunch of people in the community. I emailed you. I emailed a whole bunch of you. I want to get everybody on the show. I want to talk about all these topics, these hot topics. My show, Late Night Live, can be the Jerry Springer of the community. How about that? I'll be the Jerry Springer show. Late Night Live will be like the late night Jerry Springer. We could have everybody on with all the drama, all the issues, and we can hash it out here. I don't care as long as I stay the host, right? I won't get involved. I'll just ask the questions. I won't get myself involved. You know, we'll have like a ding, 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 and we'll set it up like the Jerry Springer show, and we'll have you all come on, and we could all bang this thing out and figure it out together on here on Late Night Live, Jerry Springer style.
What kind of is there any evidence of old world structure on this thing? And I spent 5 hours one night peering through miles and miles of websites and information, but it was all in Italian mostly. I had to go to Italian websites. Now, these are depictions of people in the, 1854, right? Clamoring to get up to Vesuvius to see. Now, this is supposed to be an active volcano, right? But you have people being pulled up and carried with ropes, right? This lady's on a sedan chair with 4 guys carrying her down. This lady's pregnant. As you can see, she's got at least an 8-month pregnancy belly here, being pushed up and pulled up with ropes. Another lady back here is getting pushed and pulled up with ropes. These 2 guys are just lollygagging down here enjoying the day. What is so awesome up at this Vesuvius that they all want to get up here and see what's going on?
That guy at the top looks really.
I'm gonna cut this. That was Late Night Live number 9. Okay, we'll go back and watch it. It's there. It's still up. Hold on. All right, that's still up. You can go back and watch Late Night Live number 9. But I want to get into some Mandela Effect stuff that I saw, some new stuff. So, and I don't know how much more time because it's 6 a.m. As soon as my family wakes up, I'm gonna end the stream suddenly. If I end the streams, if I stop playing music and I don't even say bye, right? That means the stream's over. Not right now. I'm going to play a few songs right now and it's fine. I'm going to come back. But after that, I might just disappear. I might have to. My family's going to wake up. But I'm going to keep going. I'm trying to take over a little bit earlier in the morning. So this right here is a song about the dangers of bath salts and K2. Do not smoke that synthetic weed. You know the synthetic stuff that they sell at the gas station? Don't do it.
When Mandela affected, oh no, where did that go? Mandela affected, oh no. I said we going Mandela affected, oh no, where did that go? And we all affected, oh no. I said daydreamer dreaming.
They said I'm just a daydreamer dreaming, with my head always motherfucking in the ceiling. But it seems that the shoes got that hexing. Y'all ain't really fucking seeing y'all affected, but now you got 6 holes in your fucking face, man. What is you been sleeping? No one is mistaken me for logically frustrated, cause now I know that there's always been 6 people seated in the JFK assassination. But of course all the bets, no bets go where it went. Logically frosty, he shouldn't be like this. Honestly, he should be cold as shit. Why does he need a scarf and what's the point of it? Be careful what you wish for in the Matrix glitch. Where I'm fucking from, it wasn't like this, but at least it's nice to know I'm not alone in shifts.
When Mandela affected, oh no, where did that go? Mandela affected, oh no. I said we going Mandela affected, oh no, where did that go? And we all affected, oh no. I said
these shifty bastards, your wrists are tethered as your pulse is under your thumb, no longer centered. Your shrinking factor here and out laughter. Not even talking that quick, it's just the time is moving faster. You're lost in the facts since reality's hackfish, like summoning demons with these dancing tactics, like Sam psychiatric, blending semantics, losing your stars and stripes as the demons demanded, running in circles, but to whose advantage? It's a sense from the creators while on Satan's sandwich. No longer get scared from Ricky Ricardo's laughter. In fact, I slap a bitch just to hear someone in the chatter, like someone in a bar quoting it like it matters. Cause this isn't my home, it's a slain and disaster. How the fuck could this be? Someone tell me, you can't say.
Affected, don't know where the dark goes. Mandela affected, oh no. I said we going Mandela affected, don't know where the dark goes. And we all affected, oh no. I said daydreaming.
You know, so Jellyhead, you showed up just in time for the Mandela effect stuff. We were doing mud flood stuff all night. I started late tonight. And I just didn't even. I did the whole show by myself. Everybody was asleep. I wasn't gonna come on, and then I started having withdrawals. I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do the whole show by myself." Let me see what happens if I do this. How do I look? Does it change things? It does nothing. All right, I'll put it back. All right. So, anyways, I watch all these other Mandela Effect channels, and they all get new Mandela Effects, or just new Mandela Effect videos popping up. And I think they like it when I share their videos, and they like to see the comments. So, put your opinions in, because these people watch these videos. I know they do. They tell me. We're all one big community. So this is, and you know, everybody has a different opinion on what Mandela Effect is and what Mandela Effects are and fucking the ways to look at it. And some people, this guy, I mean, you know, I'm not like on his nuts or anything, but like I think he has a good perspective on it. What's up, Our D?
2018, I uploaded Meltdown. That's not my older brother. He lives on the East Coast, was visiting LA. We're all playing basketball. I get my hands on the ball, shoot a jump shot, and my brother.
What, is the glitch bad? Hold on, I can fix it a little bit. There's not much I can do. I could do this. If I take myself off the cam, it'll be less glitchy. That's the best I can do. It doesn't glitch. It's not going to glitch the whole video. It's only going to glitch on certain parts, and you'll still get the tail skinny of it.
Back in 2018, I uploaded Meltdown. That's not my older brother. He lives on the East Coast, was visiting LA. We're all playing basketball. I get my hands on the ball, shoot a jump shot, and my brother free.
What's going on here for people that haven't been paying attention, or if you had to leave or come back? He just showed that one of his own videos has changed. The whole point of the reason why he would have showed this picture in the video, the picture changed. There's two clowns now. The clown's blocking the globe. He was trying to show the South America change. He wouldn't use it now because it's being blocked by the fucking clown. And it wasn't like that before. And there was no metal rod and there was no equator. He's about to show the old video now that he showed that was the original one. That wasn't changed. Maybe. We'll see. He's saying his own shit is changing.
Play the end of the video first. The choice is simple. You either realize the Mandela effect is real as fuck, or you're gonna go fucking nuts. Now that's definitely something that I would say, but I just don't recall ever saying fucking nuts.
He said even the guy doesn't even sound like him. You know, the other guy in the other video, in the other version, from the other reality. It's not the words he would use.
Well, here's that video. Thank you, Diana Odden, for sending me an image of the beautiful painting that you painted. First of all, I have a recall that your name was Diane, Diane. And while I was working on this video, your image of the globe changed while I was looking at it. Diana wrote, "Notice the globe. This is an unfinished painting I last worked on in 2011. Well, this painting was worked on more than the painting I viewed 10 minutes ago. I was editing side-by-side screenshots. Current globe on the left, Diana's globe on the right. And while I was looking at it, inside the red circle, that curved metal piece, which is part of the globe stand, appears, as well as the equator. I was just talking to Hazel Fiver on the phone yesterday, and he was telling me how he saw a logo change right in front of it.
That's cool. He knows Hazel Fiver. I'm trying to get Hazel Fiver on the show too. You all should come on my show. Recall Vector, Hazel Fiver. Just bring everybody. Just bring them all your friends. Maybe it's Mandela. Maybe. I'm a big fan of her. I might start blushing if she comes on the show.
His face. And it just happened to me. While I was looking at it, it just appeared there. I emailed Diana right away and asked her to call me. I'm hoping that she does. All I was going to do was talk about the residue and how this is much closer to where South America was for me. It sure is better to know that this is happening. The choice is simple. You either realize the Mandela effect is real as fuck, or you're gonna go fucking nuts. Well, Brother Recall Vector, I agree 100%. You got two choices. You either realize that the Mandela effect
What about the
is
Gumby?
real as fuck,
The Gumby.
or you're gonna go fucking insane.
So yeah, there was another one on here. Hold on. Sorry guys, hold on for 1 sec. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get back to where I was. Let's see, the Belko experiment. I don't know what this is. Don't kill me for this one either. I just want to see what it is.
The Belko experiment, released in 2016, but not in my past, no way. The film was promoted through a series of 4 claymation shorts. I never seen anything like this.
Attention employees. Kill your friends before they kill you.
At the end of the day, people are out for themselves.
The Belko Experiment, rated R, starts Friday.
If you have recall of this, good for you. I got a feeling this movie wouldn't have gotten by me. What about you?
I don't remember it. I don't remember this movie, but I wasn't paying attention to movies.
Belco is a non-profit organization that facilitates American companies in South America.
All employees, lend me your full attention.
Hey, it's Jesus.
Your chance of survival increases by following my orders. Your task is simply this. Kill 3 of your co-workers, or we will kill 6 others.
Hey, all the lines are dead.
We need to evacuate the floor.
Mikey, come on, it's a joke, man.
Hey, listen up, everybody. Whoever's doing this, they're having a little fun at our expense.
Stage 1, commence.
Like his head exploded from the inside.
What? When we start working here, they put tracers in the back of our heads?
You must not remove the tag from your body. Follow our directives, or we will detonate the explosive. Begin.
I ain't melted at all.
Do you know what kind of metal this is?
I don't really know.
We need to discuss all our options.
We do not have the right to take innocent human lives.
What are you doing?
My wife and kids need me.
Stage 2, commence.
We don't need no more weapons. We need to work together to get the hell out of here.
In 2 minutes, we want 30 of you dead. If 30 of you are not dead, we will end 60 of your lives ourselves. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At the end of the day, people are out for themselves.
I'm gonna check that out. You know, it's just a movie, but I got a feeling the whole world is that building. And these people are real, and they're really smart. I remember how happy so many people were that Fox News did a news special on the Mandela effect as if they had just woken up to it and didn't even realize what they were watching. Fox News was the quarterback 5 years ago. A perfect example of incredible psychological manipulation. In my opinion, they're not being truthful. They come swinging right out of the gate with what I believe is their first non-truth when they deceitfully define a recall that no longer matches the past as a false memory, and they say it 1,000,000 times. And this guy says it too. But if they let me at him, and I asked him to pose as the thinker.
Yeah, Jellyhead. I don't know about that one. I don't have the. I don't have the footage right now. I didn't want to go back and mess it up.
Blah 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 blah. They'd have to cut
If you find me a good video on it, I'll play it.
That a short-term memory
put a link in the chat for the video if you can find a video on
which
it.
Is not true. Short-term memories last about 30 seconds. But if you can remember something from 10 minutes ago, you've got the ability to remember that forever because it's in long-term memory. Like singing a song, watching a movie 1,000,000 times, playing a board game every Sunday night for 10 years. And then they walk up to a few people and ask them questions. And we're supposed to believe that these people are just random and not actors. Well, first of all, I've done this just about 5,000 times now over the past 6 years. And to me, this is as phony baloney as it gets. Anyhow, it just works out so that they find a stupid white guy who's confused about the Monopoly Man, an African-American female who's pissed off that she was tricked into singing the Queen song wrong, and they also find a smart Asian college student who says he's too stupid to go to college now because he recalls Luke, I am your father. And then they perform a magic trick because they bring out this guy who sells tarot cards and crystals. They don't bring anybody from here. They don't even talk about this at all. And then what's probably my favorite manipulation, they make fun of different reality streams with different versions of ourselves within them, and how crazy that sense.
You'll rise to greater heights than that, my boy. One day when you're older, you'll understand. That's it, John. Practice makes perfect. Now remember what I told you. Never talk to strangers.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. The spelling of Led Zeppelin keeps shifting. This guy has made so many videos on the spell of Led Zeppelin and the spelling of Zeppelin, and the Hindenburg. It's all connected. But all right. So real quick, we'll look for that too. But oh, shit. Hold on. I have something over here. We're still going 6:26 in the morning, but I think this is a little bit better. It's a little bit earlier. All right. So we got I'm gonna have to stop and play this song Jellyhead, or they'll get me for copyright. But so what Jellyhead's saying is that this is straight out of the mouth of Jellyhead. He's saying the YMCA song changed. I'm not aware of this. I don't know. You're gonna have to speak up and put in what part it. What part is it? What part is it? I'll play the whole song, but I'm gonna have to stop it and go. Stop it and go. Stop. It's the only way it'll work, and they'll probably still kill me for it because it's copyright. It's the village people, dude. It's a big deal. What I'm doing right now is a big deal. It's a big deal. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. All right. Once it starts, once it gets its shit together, once the computer gets its shit together and plays the video, I'll go there. It will. It's just probably because they don't want me to play it and they suck. That's probably why. Let me do full screen. Maybe it'll play even better. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. All right, let's get it full screen. Three minutes. No, that's too far. Hold on, I'll go back. Don't worry. So do its thing. It's too much for. Just a minute. Tickle check right there. No, all right. Hold on 1 second. I'm going back. All right. He said 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Here we go. I'll start at 3:17. All right. What's different about this? What are we looking for? What are we looking for, Jellyhead? I don't know the video. I wasn't a fan. I have no idea. You're talking about the army guy? Yeah, I I don't. Yeah, the army guy's fucked up. The military guy was never there. Hold on. Hold on. It does that. What? It does that on every version. You're saying? It freezes. It's not just like a YouTube thing or a computer glitch. One more time. Yeah, yeah. That fucking guy looks weird to me too. The fuck creeping me out, dude. Fucking. Oh, all right. I gotta get something else up real quick. How many people we still got? We got 14 people still here. Wow, it's 6:30 in the morning. Wow. I couldn't tell what, but you know what? I played the video. The glitch is at 326. Someone can figure it out. You can go back and look. There's a glitch in the video somewhere. All right. What time? I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna look for one more video. I guess so.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? We've got to get moving. We gotta stay loose, you know? Let it cool. Let the coolness get into our vertebrae.
So I got everybody's attention. Oh my god. Is it sharing? Rolling a joint right now. So this is Hazel Fiver. He came up with 2 new videos. One with some Blood Stripe one, and one about Beyonce. Let's see. I keep track of my people. I keep track of my favorite channels. There's certain ones that I really keep track of. And the Smithsonian Institute.
How you doing, man? You don't look so hot.
I'm okay. I just fell down and hurt myself.
Where you headed for like this, man?
Let's say play. All right. All right. So hold on. So we'll go back. So see, this is a Mandela flood right here. Real quick. This is an official Mandela flood video. Right here. The star forts being a Mandela effect. How are you gonna say that's not a Mandela flood issue? Let's see if it brings it up. Hold on. Get rid of this one. And hopefully I don't do it. Oh, helicopters are out there this morning. Something's going on. We heard sirens a little while, and now we hear helicopters. Yeah, something's going on. This early in the morning. The sun's just coming up, people. Don't worry, it's gonna play. It's just busting my chops. It's busting my chops. I might end the stream soon anyway. It's almost 7 in the morning, but I'm smoking a joint first, so I'm just gonna at least do that. Come on, man. Hold on. I got an idea. Here we go. That worked. Oh, we already watched this. Man, we already watched that one on here. We already watched that one on here. All right. That sucks. Oh, well. What are we going to do? Who do we got hit? In Gainer. Chunky Joe. Jellyhead. Thank you for coming. I think there is one more thing perhaps I need to do before I go. Sean Osborne. All right. Cool. So what are you saying? Ken Claudio is live right now. So everybody, if you want to go hang out at the live stream, go over there. You'll have so much fun. I'm exhausted. What did I have not to play? I have more stuff to play. I played that. They don't like that one. That one. I played it. I played that. I played that. All right.
Static selector. Static selector. Static selector. Static selector. Static selector.
I'm a walking bad habit, eat tabs up in the cabinet. Savage rap status, vocabulary extravagant. A rock star, popping rocks in bars. Used to flip bud, now just rapping, copy a car. No telling, Connecticut felon. I GPS them and find my mark like Magellan. With more lines than Corey Feldman, I never cease to impress them. I cardiac arrest them with every studio session. I'm killing them, no question. Web's back, better hold your breath when I'm rhyming home. I murder beats, I'm Jonah Hex with a microphone. Fiends saying I'm the dopest yet. And haters, I shrug them off until my fucking shoulders sweat. I'm breaking bones, a modern version of Casey Jones. Sword in hand, I'm the winner playing the Game of Thrones. Fuck beats, my rapping style's filet mignon. Getting drunk, fuck your driver, somebody take me home.
Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. I know that I should change, but I don't really think I can. It's just part of my nature, I never cracked and never ran. The world is falling on me when my back was in a jam. I always kept on fighting, that's exactly who I am. And this is who I am, no way that I can change it. I'm buck wild, stupid and dangerous. My best friends are not strangers. These are the motherfuckers I hang with. We speak the same language, and I ain't saying French, English, or Spanish, or Spanglish. I mean pain and anguish. This cocaine slaying and bang bang shit. Mac 11s that we aim with. In other words, I'm rolling with the same clique I came with. On the same list, and fuck being famous. Fame dreams are for groupies. I'm a real life gangster that you ain't seen in the movies. What I mean is I'm truly off the hook, like a phone in a nursing home, homie. I'm that Boston crook. Take me home. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch.
What's the matter? You bums forgot how to kill people? Doesn't your work mean anything to you anymore? Have you no sense of pride in what you do? No sense of duty? No sense of destiny? I'm looking for generals! What do I got? Foot soldiers!
All you see is crooks. About to go in, son. Immortal techno see, sign this petition, get a fraction of that faction subtracted by my division. I'm a boss, so that means I make decisions / killing. I will kill an MC to make a living. Yeah, call me super daddy, my powers is supervision. Who? Supervision, supervision. Who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half in 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up. Cigar guts all up in the club, putting squad up. There's a new housing plan for the ghetto eventually. Project for a new American century. False flag terrorism controlling you mentally. The gospel in the hands of people with no empathy. A mixture of dangerous social chemistry between law enforcement and a military entity. Cameras on the corner of every corner you facing. Testing out a future Gestapo on immigration. Power, consolidation, information restricted. Just like the iron law of oligarchy predicted. Incarcerating the poor among the drug addicted. But not the families of the ruling class that's afflicted. Cause it's a fucking caste system like corrupted Hinduism. I think you should listen. I've been through the system in prison. I've been through religion. Carried the cross as a Christian. Like it was anti-disestablishmentarianism. Until the seeds of despotism arrested my vision. Lyricism with cynicism and syllogisms. Until they fed through Albizu Campos and kill me in prison. Chemtrail conditions. Stem cells of Leo Strauss's philosophy. The birth of neocon policy. But I laugh at America's fear of a new world order controlling the hemisphere. Cause my people been living that for the past 500 years.
Intelligence, understand.
Supervision who? Supervision, supervision who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half for 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up.
Who do we trust? Who do we trust?
The faction.
Who do we trust? Who do we trust?
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
Caterpillar metamorphosis to bigger nigga. Lantern in his hand, headless horseman to the rhythm. Been successful for so long I can no longer feel it. Take your finger, prick it, mob initiated members. I'm far beyond the dawn, my title ain't even listed. Federales listen, only hear me chewing, sipping. Dancing with a doll, prom night with Cinderella. Then we dip in the Ferrari, fly as Tom Selleck. Vocals on Tony Bennett, I'm only in it to later see people I taught tell me, yo, we did it. I led a revolution in the world of tech and music. Free the homie, did his time and paid the restitution. Time go quick, better have all your goals set. You getting yours or just hanging on like an old dick? I can talk about money, we ain't the same, son. It's just different when you came from where I came from.
Yeah, it's me again. This thing of ours you will probably never see again. But for the growth, it's the oath we're believing in. Locks, Postra, Nostra, yeah, it's 3 of them. Lucci and him, I'm the nigga they can't stand no. More work, more ammo. Gambino in a Lambo. Pull me for a situation you can't handle. More caskets, more murals, more candles. True poet, Audemars, you blow it. Ever I know, I'd rather die for you know it. High profile, this shit sells. Call Mary Richmond and tell him pick 12. Cause we never sing, we on the better things. Pride is nothing, integrity is everything. Yeah, if you broke, how you giving advice? Me and my niggas, we just living the life, yeah.
Call me Super Daddy, my powers is supervision who? Supervision, supervision who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half for 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
Whistleblower, men are afraid to label the threat a traitor. Executive legislator trying to suppress your behavior. Intelligence interrogator, collecting metadata. Condemning the messenger and censoring the educator. CIA feed the propaganda to the television. In the next edition, the pundits preach it in repetition. Loyal to the monarchy, hereditary or elected. A royal family and a president selected.
Secret society. Secret
supervision, supervision who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half for 7.
Impose restraints against your will.
Who do we trust?
Throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Throw your squad up. Call me Super Daddy, my powers is supervision who? Supervision, supervision who?
Casting raps, you get your back snapped in half for 7.
All up in the club, putting squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up. Supervision, throw your squad up.
Impossible pain beyond measure.
Squad up. Cigar guts, all up in the club, putting squad up.
from Mattapan, going through Dorchester to get to Roxbury, just to get more fresh air. Going up Mass Ave, hoping to Newberry. I need the new what? I stay in new everything. I got game in the hood, swear to God, everybody know my name in the hood. And the clothes are dope, yes I must say. Threads and emos, Adidas, Johnny Cupcakes. Hey girl, come here. I'm one of them boys that be in front of the corner mall downtown crossing. I'm a dawn to come out, comprende. Eyes like the cigar sign, smoking on Fenway. I never go to sleep, never woke up. Nothing sweet, but I'm dunking cause my donuts. Hi Tiffany, can we date, hun? I'm Mr. Boston, not from VH1. No! Yes! King Spider. There was ever a question in your mind? Who's the best of the beat? Stop it. I'm the motherfucking king. Beacon Hill, I know you got me. I see you, Duval. D-How, where we at? Sometimes I wanna go somewhere, man. You know? Where everybody know my motherfucking name, everybody do cocaine, you know? It's a place like Boston, you know? Beacon Hill, Paul Revere shit. Hey.
Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here's American Gladiators. Watch this. Shut up. Go back to bed, America. Here is American Gladiators. Here is 56 channels of it. Watch these pituitary retards bang their fucking skulls together and congratulate you on living in the land of freedom. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Your soul. We want 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 your soul. Your phone, we want your soul. Your phone, we want your soul. Your phone, we want your soul.
Free your mind, let your senses win, and see the sun above us spin. It doesn't set like we've been told to think, just sails into the distance. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, lost at sea, but in the night, saved by a far-off beam of light as it shines across the flat ocean. And when the fog all goes, I can see the truth that shows. The fog all goes, I can feel it, and I'll never fear it, 'cause I freed my twisted soul, bent by lies since I was 1 day old. The sun doesn't set like we've been told, told. It just sails into the distance. 'Cause I freed my twisted soul, bent by lies since I was 1 day old. The sun doesn't set like we've been told, it just sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. It just sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it just sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, sails into the distance. Oh, 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 oh. It just sails into the distance, sails into the distance, sails into the distance, sails into the distance.
But you mess up, pause for a second, and then just keep going. And people don't really notice that. If you
just pick up where you like the next part.
If you make a big deal about it, you're fucked. Just make it seem like it's not a big deal. Just move on.
And most people probably aren't going to notice anyway.
You can play it too. All right, LA, play the Stairway to Heaven. Play it. Is she playing it?
Anybody jamming? When will my little light shine? 'Cause am I too late? How about this my time?
'Cause every time that I try to sleep, need to believe along shining in me. 'Cause what we need to do is take a good look to see what feels true, to really see what feels true until we understand. Until we understand. 'Cause what we need is to do unto others as you all do unto yourself. Doesn't matter who you are, no. Doesn't matter who you are, no. And all for the reasons, even if we're guilty of treason. Mother Earth can change your seasons until we understand. Until we understand. 'Cause life can be like an ocean tide, it rolls away. Comes back to just to greet you to a new day away. It seems to me such a social breeze, it only touches the surface outside. But I'm here to see now. She'll find a way to make rain snow. 'Cause now is the place and time to let your little light shine. Until we die. Until we understand. Alright, it's a little something.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but you sounded so beautiful.
There is everybody.
I just had to put you on the screen. I had to.
I never knew how sweet the taste of love can be until you let me pick the fruit of the forbidden tree.
Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? I thought you knew about it. Would you rather do without it? The earth's a center, the sun and moon moves around it like a clock. Can you hit a moving target with a rocket? I'm not hard to get along with, just take a bong hit. Do you serve up any content? The stars are constant. You want a consolation for it? It makes me vomit. We never do get hit by comets. I know you want it, just leave another use of comet. NASA lost it. The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? Earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, what you gonna do about it? The earth is flat, now tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. Tell me what you think you're gonna do about it. You know it's flat, and there is a bunch of us. Though he's munching on a bunch of snuffleupagus. You think it's cute? Then why not cuddle up with us? We know it's flat, why you making such a fuss? My supper was the fucking best, that's just because the earth is flat. It hit me like an uppercut to the nuts. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. There's a Russian with the crew, don't forget to brush after your food. Asteroids, and asteroids too. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, and there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. The earth is flat, there's nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. What you gonna do about it? The earth is flat. It's fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat. The earth is fucking flat.
So when I'm done, they just like keep spinning. It's called a spinner. That's what they call them. That's the street term for when your live stream won't stop. It's called a spinner.